guys, what is going on? Welcome to another episode of Music or Hideout, the show where we hang out with artists, musicians, and entertainers in Waylon Jennings' old basement studio. As always, I am gathered here with co-host Ryan Poole, who I'll pass it to introduce the guest.
Tonight, on a very special episode of Music or Hideout,
The most special.
we have the one and only Ace Monroe. A band which should be British, but isn't, sadly. Where are you guys from? Because you're probably from all over, right? It's Nashville. None of us are from here.
Nobody's from here.
Nobody.
Except for our manager. He grew up here.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Right.
He's one of the lone survivors.
Robbie would definitely love to pretend he's British.
I would. I my entire
You can.
life, yeah.
So you've planted that idea now. If he starts doing that,
It's not illegal.
I mean,
You can do whatever you want.
what a decision-making tool. Well, I mean, it's
Am I going to jail?
It's not illegal.
It's
so I mean,
no, I love England. I'm from Bloomington, Indiana, originally.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, where Indiana University is.
And for the audio-only listeners, this is Robbie.
Yes, sorry, I'm Robbie Dillon. I sing in Ace Monroe.
Yeah, and I'm Josh Alfano. I play lead guitar, and I'm from South Florida.
Okay,
I grew up
nice.
in a small town called Stuart, Florida, just north of West Palm Beach.
Nice.
And our other guitar player is actually from Jupiter, neighboring city right there. We grew up 10 minutes away from each other and never met till we both moved here.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I thought you were joking at first with the
No.
name Jupiter. Real place?
Yeah, real place.
We'll give him shit about that.
I thought the same thing.
Yeah,
when
when
he told
when
me.
he comes in here, yeah.
I'm from Jupiter. Okay.
He definitely gets more stupider. So, yeah.
But also, for those who didn't understand the British accent, it's Ace Monroe.
Oh.
As in the playing card, not Ice Monroe, like
Yeah.
the mineral?
I feel like there's an English accent that would enunciate it better than that too.
Probably.
Yeah.
Let's go
yeah.
to him, Robbie.
He just
What do you
chose the
got?
worst one.
Ace Monroe. Like, it's like,
Oh,
you
I
know?
like that.
Posh
Oh, I
accent.
like
Yeah,
that.
like you're in Harry Potter, yeah.
Harry.
Which we will. So we've got the two of you up front, but we will transition in about an hour to the other three members of the band, which should prove to be crazy.
luck.
That's when the mayhem
Yeah.
will start. Best of luck to you. Godspeed.
Thank
you.
Like, yeah, ADHD incarnate.
Oh, yeah. All three of them.
So where does the name Ace Monroe come from?
You might have to wait until they get in here.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Like, that's the drummer's story.
This is
Oh.
normally Jonathan's story, yeah.
Jonathan.
and-
Okay, there's a whole story behind
Yeah.
it.
Oh, yeah. And he's got it down to a T.
No,
I would
that's-
butcher it if
Okay,
I.
so
Yeah.
something to wait for.
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
yes,
it's-
listeners, it's coming.
Yeah. We will say there is a guy out there named Ace Monroe.
Yes.
And that's all the story
Okay.
we'll tell you for now. The rest
Okay,
will come later.
I'm
but-
intrigued.
Yeah.
Color me.
I wish my name was Ace Monroe. I mean, what a cool
That's a badass name.
Yeah.
name. Yeah.
Not everybody gets a name like that. You know, it's
I
like one
know.
of those like manly names, like Clint.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When's the time you ran into a Clint? Never, because
No.
they're all 75 years old, cutting down trees in the
Yeah.
forest right now.
Yeah.
I ain't got time to meet you.
But Ace.
That's a good
Ace
one.
Monroe.
So we like to thank Ace's mom for naming
Yes.
the band, technically. Yeah.
Thanks, Ace's
Without her,
mom.
we
Yeah.
might not be here.
Now, I don't know if you know this, but if you Google your band, the first related search is Ozzy Osbourne.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Really? For a long time, it was at Ace Hardware in Monroe, Georgia.
And you guys are coming up in the world.
I guess we're moving up. Yeah, I guess things are getting better
Beat out
for
the
us.
hardware store.
I can see him Googling it right now, and I'm like,
Would you put Ozzy as an influence?
I mean, I love Ozzy. I don't know direct influence, but I love.
He listens to every show, so be careful what you say.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I just said I love him, man. Like,
I have been getting into the Black Sabbath discography more. I mean, I knew the hits growing up. Everything that was
Yeah,
on
right.
Guitar Hero 2 was my specialty. But, I mean, probably in the last year or so, yeah, really digging into that stuff. Sabotage is my favorite Black Sabbath record. That one is just, it's so good top to bottom. And they're not as heavy as you think they would be. Like, they
No.
get,
No.
compared to what we think of when we think of, like,
Heavy
heavy metal now.
Yeah, Norwegians just took it too far.
Yeah.
And now everything sounds weak.
oh my god.
Yeah.
Everything's just weak as fuck now.
Yeah. Looking back, it's like, what was everybody so scared about back then?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, well, like a year ago, I went to a show with my dad. That was Ginger was the lead band. If you never heard them,
No, I've never heard
they're
them.
pretty aggressive. And there was some other band from
It's a very
the
soft name for
Ukraine. Yeah, it was with a J though. Jinj.
okay.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
fucking crazy.
That's how you know
Right.
they're heavy.
Woo, that's
Yeah.
big stuff. And there was some other like crazy hard band that was just like I've never heard of that was out of control. And then there was POD. And it was just
okay.
like, and I was like, I remember when they were considered real hard, like when I
Yeah.
was a kid.
Yeah.
And I was like, one of these things is just not like the other. But they're who I went to see. I was like, I want to see POD.
Yeah.
But yeah, music has gotten out of control. I love it.
Yeah. Gotta keep up in the ante. Yeah. You
Right?
just gotta keep going.
Yeah, you can't go smaller. You have to go
No,
bigger,
you
right?
have to go bigger. Yeah.
It's like, we understood a lyric there.
Yeah.
That is unacceptable.
unacceptable.
You growl that
is-
shit.
Can we tune the
That's- yeah.
guitars even lower? Yeah.
Wow.
Even lower.
Yeah.
What frequency can we?
Yeah.
Access.
Just make everybody bass players at that point, like Spinal Tap, and let's do the thing.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. They had 3 bass players by the end,
There's
right?
there's
They
that
started with one.
There's that one song they do. What's it called? Big Bottom. And it's
Oh,
3
yeah.
bass players.
I mean,
That's great.
there are so many good songs from that movie.
So how'd you guys all find each other?
I don't. Never mind.
So-
I'm trying to hold back.
You can't
from
give them
making
every
jokes.
story.
No, we have to tell some of the stories.
Bring the
so-
jokes.
I'm just stopping myself from jokes. We're
Jokes
No,
are
stop it. Give us the jokes.
No,
Give
there's
us
no
your jokes.
filter.
It was 2019, and I was looking to put together a band. I went to Belmont University, did that whole
Nice.
thing, the old 4 years over there. But was looking to put together a band, and I found Jonathan, our drummer, on Instagram. So I slid in the old DMs, as you do. And I was like, hey, man, would love to jam sometime, which everybody says over there, and no one really
Does.
follows through on most of the time. But by some stroke of luck, he decided to, let me come over and bring my guitar and jam that day. He looked like he just woke up from a nap. He looked like he was ready to cancel it at any second.
He was wearing pajamas, right?
Yeah, he was in his pajamas. It was like 3 p.m. And he was in his pajamas, and he let me in, and he was like, yeah, I guess, just, set up, let's get this over with. And, we started jamming, and it was like a thing that just clicked instantly. And then him and Jack, our other guitar player, were roommates at the time, so that fell together perfectly. And then we were looking for a singer for the longest time, and a friend of mine who's a singer-songwriter was auditioning at the Bluebird Cafe, like their songwriter round over there. Happened to be the same day this guy was auditioning.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And
I've
she
changed.
she walked up to him and was like, "Hey, there's these guys
Oh.
in the band, my friends. You need to meet them." He goes, "Yeah, sure." And
Well,
they're like-
she said the one thing we hear all the time as musicians, but it's never true. It's like, I got a friend, he's in a band, they're awesome.
even though they
They're
don't have
amazing.
a, even though they
Right.
even though they don't have a singer, they're great.
They don't have a singer. I was like, do they have any songs? I think.
Yeah.
I think.
Either way.
And they're like, yeah, it's a rock and roll band. And he goes, well, I'm a pop singer. And she goes, no, you're not.
Yeah.
You are a rock and roll singer. And he goes, all right.
I didn't really know. I didn't really know what to say. I was like, it's like a backhand. She's like, I love your voice, but what are you doing here?
Yeah.
And I was like, all right. She's like, great song, great voice, but I don't know what you're doing here. So
What kind
ended
of
up-
pop music were you singing at the time?
I mean, it was all it's all original stuff. My style.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't. I kind of actually, as a point, like I try never to do covers, like just because, I don't know, like some of my favorite songs that I would want to sing. At a certain point, I feel like one, I would either be doing injustice to the person that already did it. People will only be thinking of that person as I'm singing it, so they'll never actually hear what I'm doing. And I also just wanted to always have my own sound, so
Yeah.
I want my voice to sound like me. And I feel like whenever I do a cover, certain songs need to sound like that person. And if I did it, what does that do? Then again, this is a longer subject. But
Sometimes covers come out that people
that
know
are
the
better.
cover.
yes, no,
Right.
you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Like Johnny Cash's "Hurt."
Right.
That was
Yeah.
a cover, right?
Yeah.
Who was the original?
9 Inch Nails.
9 Inch Nails, yeah.
Yeah, right. I was like, maybe we don't know. I'm like, I think it's 9 Inch Nails.
Yeah,
but I
right.
don't really-
No,
Wonderwall from Ryan Adams. Did you guys ever hear that cover?
No.
No.
Well, he has that whole album of covers, right? Yeah.
Eventually, yeah, but it used to be just Wonderwall, and he was like, "Today is gonna be the day."
That's Ryan Adams.
It got even more indie rock.
He made
yeah.
it so depressing.
And I don't want to disparage anything about doing covers either, because we do them as well. It's just, I try not to. So my sound was very, I don't know, stripped down pop, like acoustic.
Did you compare yourself to any people, or you're just like
Taylor Swift.
A lot of times what I would say is when somebody would ask me is, I don't know why am I saying this on a podcast, but it was like if somebody combined like late 90s, like kind of alternative, like Oasis-ish, like Alanis Morissette mixed with Ed Sheeran. You know, like,
Okay.
Yeah.
in a weird way, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
And
But-
we heard that, and then I called my friend and said, "Hey, what were you thinking?"
Yeah.
No, when we met, I mean, Robbie also, I mean, he told us that he grew up listening to the same stuff we did.
Yeah.
You know, Tom Petty, Rod Stewart, the rock of it all. So
Absolutely.
we hit it off. We got coffee together, and then we've had Robbie ever since. And then Eric was the last addition. When we started, we had a different bass player for a minute, but we got Eric just on a Facebook page.
Oh, nice.
Put
yeah.
the ad out.
I got a drummer that way.
Yeah, put it out on a Facebook page, just hoping, and no one responded for like 4 months, and finally we had one response. And it was Eric, so we said, "I guess we're gonna run with this one."
Yeah.
And
He
it's
comes
worked
in.
out.
It was
No,
the
he's
perfect
great.
piece.
He's
Perfect.
great. It was the last puzzle piece for
Did
real.
you have to play it up? Be like, look, we have a lot of people applying.
No. Actually, he initially ghosted us.
Yeah.
So we,
Oh, no.
we,
Oh,
You're
yeah.
like panicking.
No, yeah, we
It's our one
contacted.
shot.
We met him and he seemed all in. It was great. And then out of nowhere, we had a text the day we're supposed to meet or something like, he can't, a family emergency. He'll tell you what it
Which
really
was a lie.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was. But then we didn't hear from him for like a whole month. And then he randomly,
Longer than that, yeah.
yeah, it was longer than that. And then he calls Josh. And what did he tell you, Josh?
Oh yeah, he
texted
he
you, sorry.
texted me one day out of the blue. I've talked to this guy over text like maybe twice, and he texted me out of the blue and goes, "Hey, I'm in Nashville. Like I'm working a session." And I was like, "I don't have a place to stay tonight. Could I crash with you guys?"
Oh, wow.
And I was like, "Oh, bold move." But
We were living together. at the
we
time,
were
so-
living together at the time, so I called Robbie and I'm like, "Do we let this stranger like crash with us tonight?" And there was a long pause on the phone. It was like, "Well, we do like still need a bass player." So, and then and then he crashed on my couch for like 3 months straight because he was living
damn.
down. He had moved back to Shoals,
Yeah.
so he was making the commute for probably the first year of us doing stuff.
At least 6
Cool.
months, yeah.
So
Yeah.
he was an unhoused bass player.
He was an unhoused. He slept on our couch a lot.
He was a stray.
He was working for a place to sleep, pretty much. Yeah. But we said, yeah, if you're gonna ghost us out of that and hit us up, you have to join the band now. So that's just hard. Sorry, I don't make the rules. That's
You're
how
not
it
paying
goes.
rent.
Yeah.
No.
But that's
You're
his
here.
rent.
Yeah.
That's his
That
rent.
is his
playing
rent.
bass.
Yeah.
He gets meals. The whole deal. Like,
3 hots and a cot.
He
play for stay, you know?
he instantly became a full-time musician. Like instantly,
Yeah.
he's like, I make my whole living from
Yeah.
playing bass.
I know. I love that you'd hit us up. He's like, hey, I'm in town working for somebody else right now.
That was,
But-
Ooh, good move.
yeah. Can I stay with you guys?
Ballsy for sure.
I kind of respected it, though.
It's like,
It's honest.
okay, this guy's hot. He's playing with other people.
Yeah.
I never could.
Yeah.
I feel embarrassed when I ask my dad if I can stay at his house for Christmas. Like, are you kidding me? I would never ask a stranger, like someone I barely know.
I know, but I'm so glad he did.
No,
Because
yeah.
otherwise, I don't know what we would have done.
Where would you have found a bass player in Nashville?
I know, right? We'd have to force a guitar player to play bass or something.
No, you guys are in
They'd
for a
be
treat.
better.
Yeah.
When they get in here, you'll have fun.
Yeah.
Now, before we go further, we got to play a song. What's the first song you guys are going to play?
The first one is our first single we just put out for our new album. It's called If You're Gonna Swing. 1, 2.
Let's take a shot face down for my love around. I've been beat but still haven't fallen down. What you want me to say? I've never been the type I kinda walk away. Give me a reason. Get up, get up. Give me a reason. If you're gonna swing, don't miss. Act tough, don't bitch. If you're gonna miss, don't swing. Take your best shot, I'll give you one for free. Just swing. Just swing. But eyes can't hide, about to hit the wall. The short fuse can't lose, honey, after all. What you want me to do? Well, I'll say black and blue. Give me a reason. Get up. I need a reason. If you're gonna swing, don't miss. Act up, don't bitch. If you're gonna miss, don't swing. Take a best shot, I'll give you one for free. Just swing. Oh, just swing. It's alright, just swing. Oh, I'm giving a shot, just swing. Just swing. Just swing. Just swing like you really, really mean it. Let loose, it's the moment that you need it. Show your eyes, come on, show me you believe it. You believe it, you believe it. Just swing like you really fucking mean it. Let loose, it's the moment that you need it. Show your eyes, come on, show me you believe it. You believe it. If you're gonna swing, if you're gonna swing. If you're gonna swing, don't miss. Act up, don't bitch. If you're gonna miss, don't swing. Take a best shot, I'll give you one for free. Just swing. Just swing. It's alright, just swing. Come on, give me a shot. Just swing. Just swing. Just swing.
We're back, by the way.
Yeah,
Oh, now we're back.
Now we're back.
Yeah.
We're talking
Welcome
about
back.
Oasis. We're
Welcome
back.
back, everybody.
Normally I
So-
say, and we're back, but we're just like, we'll just cut it in somewhere.
Well, when we were talking about Oasis, we got to. So I'm when they announced the dates in England, I was like, who knows if they will make it
Right.
to America.
I think everybody thought that.
They
yeah.
hadn't announced the US yet at all. So and also like trying to get tickets for that is like trying to get tickets to Taylor Swift. So you got to
Yeah.
try every opportunity you got. So
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So anyway, I got in and got tickets to Manchester.
Congratulations. That's
Thank
awesome.
you. And then they're only really playing in like 2 or 3 cities in the US.
Yeah.
Right?
Chicago,
LA.
LA, and then I don't know.
Are they doing New York, probably?
I don't think so.
Oh, really?
I feel like I didn't see New York, which makes no sense.
Yeah.
doesn't make
no, it doesn't make
sense.
any sense.
Yeah.
Maybe they just don't like New York. I don't know.
I can't even
Liam
remember
just
what the
like-
third date was. Fuck New York.
Yeah, he's-
But it's even like after they announced the U.S. dates, it's like, are they going to make it to the U.S. dates? You know,
You don't know.
wow, that
Get
is
the-
a question.
get
They
the-
might not make it past the first few shows.
I know.
So I'm
That
seeing
is
them
my favorite
early
band.
in the tour as well. On purpose.
Yeah.
You're
Oasis
smart.
is your favorite band?
Yes.
That's his favorite band. Yep.
And the Replacements, which is a weird contrast.
Okay,
there you go.
Chicago,
New
New
Jersey.
Jersey,
Oh, yeah.
and California,
California.
at the Rose Bowl.
Maybe.
Oh, that
I
makes
guess they
sense.
couldn't get New York. I don't know.
Well, New Jersey does obviously is close to New York, so your New
Yeah,
Yorkers can go
MetLife.
down
Oh,
there.
MetLife. Yeah. What is MetLife the? It's not the Jets, is it?
I think.
I have no idea.
I swear to God, if it's the Mets and I'm that dumb and it's like MetLife, it's
That would
like,
make sense.
you would think that would be the Mets.
Hey,
Yeah.
Wes, can you find out if I'm an idiot?
I can tell you right now. No.
Yeah, no, God. I think he's looking it up right now.
not related to this conversation, just in general. I think. Yeah.
Dick.
But yeah, I'm. He's
Ooh.
bringing it up.
MetLife.
MetLife.
Giants and Jets.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh,
Okay, I was right.
You had
Okay,
it right
cool.
the
So
first
smart.
time. There you go.
Well, the Mets should play.
Yeah, right?
yeah.
Well, fuck yeah. Well, I'm working on a top secret Oasis project right now, but
Whoa.
I can't divulge details.
Can you off air?
Yeah, well, Robbie will talk to you
I
after
don't
the
know,
show.
yeah.
I will. Yes.
Yeah.
Please.
Want to start an Oasis band? Get the fuck out, Josh.
Yeah, please. Please let
Real
me out if
rockers
that's
there.
going to happen, yeah.
Hell yeah. Now, when you guys played that last song, one of the thoughts I had afterwards was for an influence. Well, actually, I wanted to come out there and do one of my classic jokes,
All right.
which is to come
Hit
out
us.
and but what the fuck's the guy's name? Be like, grab my phone and just be like, Jimmy, it's your cousin, Ryan Page. You know that new sound you've been looking for? I did that to another band this week. Just
Oh,
so you know.
really? Really?
It's a very
funny.
awkward
Who was the
moment.
person you
No one thought
pretended
it
to
was
call?
funny. I think it was like Miley Cyrus. I forget who this artist was or why I did that, but
Back to the Future. Let's go.
yeah, but you got to reference it. But yeah, no. Anyway, like in your voice, I hear some '80s, I hear some Aerosmith, and I hear some like Jimmy Page tendencies.
Really?
Or wait,
I was gonna say Jimmy Page sang.
Jimmy Page is the guitar player. Who's
Yes.
the singer?
Robert
Ro-
Plant.
Robert Plant. I hear some
Yeah.
Robert Plant. I hear Led Zeppelin.
Interesting. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Robbie,
That's actually stupid.
Robbie, why don't you tell them about your feelings about Led Zeppelin? Should we air that?
Yeah, we should. Let's talk about Led Zeppelin. What do you think about Led Zeppelin, there, bud?
The Aerosmith thing is my thing. I love Aerosmith. That's my number one. So I definitely lean in that direction. The beauty of playing in a band though is you get 5 guys with 5 similar enough music taste, but it's all different enough too that it comes together to make something new. So, but I am the Aerosmith aficionado.
I always loved them growing up too. I guess it's interesting because it wasn't until I started playing with them that I even thought about singing in that style really. Because I never really added that much grit to my voice or
I was like, Robbie, how do you feel about screaming?
Yeah, he's like, at a certain point, I had to learn how to do it without hurting my voice. But then there's a lot of stuff. But when it comes to Led Zeppelin, this is what I'll say. I grew up liking them. I did. And
They're the best
know-
rock band of all time. Sure.
Oh, I mean, maybe British.
I mean, top 3, top 2. Yeah, sure. They're in the conversation.
Not for longevity.
Not for longevity. But no, all I was gonna say is that
No, I love Led Zeppelin.
Yeah,
I'm gonna stop trash. I do love Led Zeppelin.
I'm not trashing.
Who doesn't?
all I was saying is that I didn't grow up buying vinyl or listening to albums all the way through. It just wasn't how I listened to music.
Yeah.
So I knew who they were and I liked what I heard, but I didn't I couldn't tell you what songs were on what albums. He could tell you every song on each album.
I'll never forget when I found Zeppelin 2, and listened to it top
There
to
you
bottom
go.
for the
Well,
first time.
it helps that it's 1, 2, 3, 4.
It
to
does,
start.
yeah.
It does.
It makes it easy.
What's your
I
favorite
should.
Zeppelin album? Yeah, pick a number.
Yeah. And the answer is 4. This is the best one.
I've heard that's
4,
wrong.
Really?
I've heard
Really?
that too.
I have actually.
4 is your favorite Zeppelin album.
Which one's 4?
Bring up the track list, Wes.
Oh, we're gonna do a track by track on this one. Yeah.
What's your master summary of Led Zeppelin? Or what were you gonna say?
No, that was it. I just didn't want you guys to think that for some reason I had some negative feeling.
That's what he was painting you out to
Yeah,
be.
he was painting me out to be a villain. I'm just like, no.
I'm just trying to
Every
set up-
podcast needs a villain. Right?
Yeah.
You know, he's coming.
Well,
in the
and I
next
think,
segment.
I think
three
for
of them
me
coming, yeah.
three of them.
for me the Led Zeppelin comparison, one thing to point out is you guys aren't usually an acoustic band
Correct.
like what we just did.
Right.
You guys are usually electrified and just anyway.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but some of with the acoustic vibes
Yeah.
and with the rock voice,
Yeah.
that was one place my mind
That
went
is.
to.
Yeah, that is
I
the Zeppelin
appreciate
thing.
it. It means a lot. Thank you. I'm
And
flattering.
Oasis.
And Oasis.
And Oasis,
Yeah.
there you go.
Somewhere in there. Yeah. But Zeppelin 4 really is your favorite one. I mean, Stairway obviously, and
Obviously.
When the Levee Breaks, and
I will say this: Rolling Stones are my favorite, classic rock band.
Okay, nice.
So that's why.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
When the
yeah.
Black Dog.
opening.
Oh, that's such a strong opening.
Opening with Black Dog is
Right.
sick.
Rock and roll is a classic.
Yep.
You know, you got the Lord of the Rings song in there, Misty Mountain Hop, which is, to be fair, the weakest song on the album.
Whoa, really?
I'm not
Over
a biggest
4
fan
sticks?
of Misty Mountain Hop, but Going to California is
Classic.
great, right? And nobody cares about 4 sticks. I don't know.
My
Yeah,
favorite Led
exactly.
Zeppelin song is "Over the Hills and Far Away."
Oh, that's
Yeah.
solid. That's really
Okay,
and that's
now-
also Lord of the Rings.
Now-
Yeah, it is.
Now-
They have a lot of that. They got a lot of
They
that.
got a
going
lot
on.
of
Wes, can we pull up Zeppelin 2 for a second?
that's what I was thinking. When you said 4, I was like, I heard wrong. Like,
Which one is In My Time of Dying on?
That's on Physical Graffiti.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. That might be my
I mean,
favorite
that
track.
record, yeah.
Like individual track, that
Yeah.
might be my favorite.
I mean,
Do you guys know the story of well, hold on.
Okay,
He's got
come
a
on.
whole lot of love.
Zeppelin, too.
Great.
what an opener, right?
What an opener.
Right into what is and what should never
That's
be.
a good-
yeah,
that's
Heartbreaker and Ramble On and Moby Dick. Come
Heartbreaker
on.
right in the Living Love and
Heartbreaker's
Made.
good.
Yeah.
I like Heartbreaker, but
Yeah.
it's I don't know if it's top.
Ending it with Bring It On Home.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite guitar riffs. Like,
It's good.
It's
It's got a vibe. It's got a vibe. It's got a vibe. But yeah, it just feels a
Oh,
little
wait,
weaker.
look how
to me.
many studios they recorded that at.
Yeah, they did this one while they were touring.
That gives
I
me
believe, yeah.
anxiety.
It's a lot of
Like-
studios.
like
That's a
straight
lot
up.
of studios.
It's a lot
Wait,
of
they did-
studios.
I didn't know they did
London,
that.
L.A., New York. Yeah, they were touring Zeppelin 1.
Oh, that's crazy. I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
Produced by Jimmy Page.
Yeah,
Who was the engineer?
probably Jimmy Page.
Here's a hot take.
Right.
Here's a hot fucking take, and you guys are a band, so we could argue about this, or you could agree with me.
All right, here we go.
Here's a hot take.
I love
that,
a hot take.
that I think about sharing on social media, but then don't because I'm a pussy.
Yeah,
Uh,
Do it now. Let's do it now.
You can't self-produce. If you write
Interesting.
produced by Jimmy Page,
it
that
worked out for him.
means-
Yeah, I would say it worked out.
It means nobody produced it.
Interesting.
Oh, okay.
I would drop the mic, but it's on a stand.
You-
It cannot be dropped. No.
So
No.
it's just the band then. That it's just a band recording songs to you rather
Now, I don't fully agree with my own statement.
I was gonna say,
Okay.
what do you define?
than. Then what are we
But I'll
arguing?
put it
Where are we
this way.
drawing
So-
the line?
Yeah. I'll put it this way. So I'm a producer.
Sure.
I think one of the biggest things you get from having a producer is having an outside perspective.
Yeah.
Somebody that is able to take in all the personalities of the band, take
Yeah.
in all of the musical influences, take in what you actually hear, because
Yeah.
you may approach the band and go, this feels very AC/DC to me, and you may hear it like, this feels like kind of Oasis-y to me or whatever. But to have somebody external who goes, my number one goal is to serve your music, your songs,
Yeah.
the vibe, what you're going for, and help the voices in the band that don't necessarily. Sometimes voices in bands don't get heard because
Yeah.
they're quiet. Sometimes it's because they're not good as expressing themselves. I have a band I work with all the time. One of the most creative people in the band. He says his ideas in a way that make people feel protective. It's literally just how he communicates it.
Yeah.
He comes on a little too strong. And so over the time we've worked together, I've helped him to go, instead say, what if we did XYZ, instead of going, oh, we should do XYZ. And that tiny tweak of presentation helps
Yeah.
people to be more open to your ideas.
Yeah.
And so to me, a producer, it can be an engineer. I do both. Some
Yeah.
people do both. It doesn't have to be, though, but it needs to be somebody external who's, it's just like a therapist in a
yeah.
lot of ways.
Oh, band
so
therapist,
you
for
can't have
sure.
at the end of an album like therapist myself. Like you can't therapize yourself. You can do your best job. You can write on a piece of paper, like what questions would I ask myself? Like let me internally probe myself. But at the end of the day, you can't be that person for your,
Yeah.
it's impossible. So in the similar way, a mixing engineer should not fucking master a song.
Right.
If anybody says I mix and master, in my head that immediately means you're a beginner. Because when you mix and master, yeah, shots fired.
Can we hit one of the sound effect buttons on that
Yeah,
one?
hit it.
Absolutely.
Oh, I love it. I had no idea what that was going to do,
It was
but that
right,
was
though.
perfect.
And the thing is that most of the time when somebody mix and masters, that means I'm going to do both of these steps for you because you guys are coming at me with a lower budget. And so I'm going to help you out because you can't or don't want to pay a separate mastering engineer. But a mastering engineer is designed to be like, I, as a mixer, did my very, very, very best job to give you the very, very best thing I could ever do. Now, a mastering engineer who all they do is take 2 tracks and try to improve them, hears it with a different set of ears, different speakers,
Yeah.
different room, and now they try to tweak it. And it's like a 3 to 5% difference. It's the extra shine and spit polish to put it over the map.
Yeah.
So I just had an artist who did, after I mixed a song, wanted to have me master because they couldn't or didn't want to afford a real mastering engineer. And so I ultimately was like, you shouldn't. You should pay someone else. I'd already tried to make it good, but if you want to save some money, I'll make it a little bit gooder for you, and I'll spend some time trying to do that. But so for that reason, I can't master a song I mixed on to the ultimate level.
Right.
A band can't produce themselves in the way that an external producer would, because you can't not be you. But at the same time, I guess you could kind of like, I'm going to be the one in the band who's leading the production.
Right.
And I will say this, I have a band and I am the de facto producer for the band. So, but the thing is that I know for a
There's
fact.
always one. There's always one.
If I went out and got a producer, it would be a whole different thing.
Oh, yeah.
Because they would take shit out of my hands where I'm trying to control every little thing and be like, no, like, let's just get the best version of you doing your art and stop trying to control everybody and run the whole show.
Where's the fun in that, though?
I know.
Yeah, now that all being said, though, it worked out for Led Zeppelin just fine.
Well, yeah, okay.
I said all this, and you stick to your first same reactionary
I feel like there's a
comment.
difference, though.
I agree with you so much. I mean, for me personally, I mean, having that extra set of ears in there to, to back you up or to, steer you right when you might, not be everybody's favorite on an idea. You need someone to hate sometimes, to be the bad guy. Take it off the band a little bit.
Yeah.
Someone to be like, okay, there's 5 of you, vote. Vote on the idea. What are we trying to do here? And ooh, does that room get tense? But
See, no, he's right. And I actually also agree. I will say it's interesting because I don't know like the lore or the history of Led Zeppelin as well as I'm guessing everybody in this room. but I will say, from what I do know, I think that they delegated different aspects of the writing process, like pretty specifically. I think Robert wrote most of the lyrics. Am I wrong?
no, Jimmy. I mean, until Zeppelin 3,
No?
really, Jimmy was writing all the lyrics.
And all the music and everything?
Yeah.
Okay,
The first
then that
thing
kinda
that
makes-
Robert wrote was "Thank You" on Zeppelin 2.
Interesting. Okay,
Yeah.
well, you see, I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
I didn't know that either.
But I guess what I meant, the reason why I brought it up is that for us, we had to learn how to, because it's completely collaborative. Like on this last album, the last two albums, it's like learning, because we came, the first album we did, the first, whatever, the first collective of songs that we did on something called Shelter in Place.
Yeah, it was on our own.
Yeah, and self-produced. He mainly.
Mainly because the budget was $0.
There was $0.
Yeah.
Perfect budget.
Yeah.
Nice and round number.
Yeah.
But the process was way different on that, and it was kind of went quick because it was just like a few of us really doing most of the writing. The next two albums, we've been making this really active attempt just to make sure that everybody, one, has a voice, and that the sound is something that everybody wants collectively. And honestly, I feel like that's what I'm the most proud of with Ace Monroe, is the fact that our sound is literally us 5 fighting in a ring until we get the sound that we all like, as opposed to like, I don't know, if you self-produce and one guy has all the ideas and all like the instrumentation, writing, whatever, then that kind of makes sense. But if you're not,
I always like to say that it takes a little bit of friction to make the wheels go round, you know, to move forward on anything.
Yeah. So how do you navigate that when there's the conflict that's gonna happen?
the producer. That's
That's
why I
where
actually said.
That's where everybody goes, well, let's just see what our producer thinks about that.
Yes.
Okay. Your scapegoat.
We all point at him and go, well, he'll figure it out.
It's honestly,
He'll side with somebody, and then we'll do that. Yeah.
I didn't even think about this until just now, but it's like being kids and we're all siblings, and then there's dad, and then you have an idea, and you're like, well, I'm gonna see what dad says about this, and then you go off. It's like that's exactly what it is.
But I mean, that's what I love playing in this band is like everybody pushes each other. Like no one is settling for good in this band, but the producer lets you, helps you not let. Like what do they say? Not let perfect be the enemy of great, kind of thing.
Sure.
You gotta get out of your head at some point and actually do something. You just sit there and think and try to improve it. But at some point, you just gotta press record. I mean, they say like albums are never finished; they're just abandoned and put out at some point. So
That hurts.
But on the self-producing thing, I mean, sometimes when there's just such a vision for a thing like Zeppelin, I mean, Jimmy Page knew exactly what he wanted out of that. Or you think like like what's crazy to me is the artists who not only produce themselves but play every instrument on the album, like a Lenny Kravitz or like a Prince. It's like those guys knew what they were chasing, and I feel like putting in an extra person sometimes in there with it would be playing a game of like telephone with your ideas.
Right, just getting
Maybe
away.
maybe I think it's like this because it's not that an artist can't do the things that a producer would do if you had hired a producer. It's just like to the extent that a producer is a therapist, which is like it's like half the job.
Yeah.
To that extent, you can't do that for yourself. So in my mind, like when artists say like self-produced, I produce this myself, I feel like maybe there's a better way to say it, but I feel it's like, no, you didn't have a producer. You were just a fucking artist.
Yeah.
And that's awesome. Now, there should be a distinguishment for that, though, because there's a lot of artists that aren't artists. There's a lot of artists that are singers.
Oh, this is interesting.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
This is no.
I'm calling you out.
Ironically,
Called out directly.
I've actually been. I want to hear the rest of your thing because I've actually said this for a long time. I'm curious, but I've
I'll
never
just-
heard anybody else say it.
To sum it up, like there's a lot of people in the city of Nashville that are not artists. They are singers.
They're
They
performers.
don't write the song. They're performers, which is awesome.
Right.
Yes, amazing.
You have an incredible voice. What a God-given talent.
Yeah.
You can write a song. Or sorry, you can't fucking write a song. You can. Hey, good sound effect.
That one worked.
You can perform the song really well. That is a gift. So
Yeah.
many people can't do that. Okay, let that be enough. You're not.
Yeah.
You're not an. The thing about being an artist is an artist has a vision.
Yeah.
An artist has creativity, and then songwriting is a whole nother thing. You could be somebody who's an artist and you're not really a songwriter.
Yeah.
I think, but I definitely know singers.
Yeah, they're called painters,
And
sculptors.
Yeah.
I know singer/performers that are great at that.
Yeah.
But like they would be different with any producer they work with. It would be a whole different thing.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, their producer ends up being the artist.
Yeah.
the guide.
Well,
And so to me, a Led Zeppelin produced by Jimmy Page, like it's like, no, you're a real artist who had this
Yeah.
vision and put all this together. But to me, the thing that a producer, I just like want a little specialness reserved for the producer role. Like this is a thing
yeah.
that if you just go into because some artists I think that they're producers because they had ideas in the room.
Right.
And I'm like, no, you should have ideas in the room. You're an artist.
Yeah.
Like, have some ideas. You
Yeah.
shouldn't come in here like, tell me what to do.
Yeah.
What's your take? That's
I just have a really quick one, and then I was just gonna say I think the role of the producer, at least to me, is a good producer has a way of helping the band figure out who they want to be, as opposed to
Yes.
like
Yeah.
doing the writing or like whatever, or like having all the ideas. That's not what they're there for. Like you just said, like if the artist, you're the artist, have the ideas, but not that they can't. I'm just saying they're there to help the artist be the best that they
Yeah.
can, whether that is going this direction, whether that is this way, being the therapist, whatever. That's at least that's my take.
Well, it's so weird to think about it too, because like you were saying, like some people are like really great singers and performers, and like that was the standard for the longest time. I mean, Elvis never wrote a song.
sure.
Right.
Yeah.
But like, or Sinatra, like maybe wrote one or two songs his entire career, but everything he sang was written by somebody else, and so. But amazing, legendary singers and performers. But I mean, it wasn't until the Beatles that people started writing their own stuff, and it became like this artistry thing. But with the Beatles came George Martin, and I think having that producer that is like the extra band member almost really changes the game. I mean, that's my favorite bands. They all have someone like that that grew with them
Right.
in an interesting way.
I was really held it up until we saw it.
Yeah, I was looking at what you were holding in your
True
hand, and I was like,
commitment.
I was
For
like,
the,
that's
for
a
the-
cool vape, Ryan.
yeah, I was like, I mean,
No, I was like,
see
I mean,
this
yeah,
vape?
the vape is really cool and all, but I mean,
Yeah,
what am
that's
I
a sick
looking at?
tattoo.
For the audio only listeners, I'm showing my Abbey Road tattoo.
Yeah,
It's sick.
Love the Beatles. Drop
Yeah.
the vape. Okay.
new Ringo Starr country record. What do you think?
Oh, I haven't heard it yet.
You haven't heard it yet?
No, somebody sent it to me and said it was good, and I haven't.
Yeah.
but I haven't listened yet.
I mean, he's playing. I think he's playing
The Ryman.
Yeah,
Tomorrow.
tomorrow.
and the next day.
What?
Yeah.
I never even heard of this.
I just heard about it the other day because you showed like whatever
The photo is amazing on the
Yeah.
cover of him in the big cowboy hat. Yeah, I love it.
Cowboy hat?
Oh yeah, big cowboy hat.
Ringo. Like,
Yeah, he recorded it somewhere here in Nashville, I think. But
whatever that is.
Oh, man.
yeah,
That's incredible.
yeah. Who's your favorite Beatle?
Oh,
I guess
let's
Paul.
fight.
Yeah,
I'm joking.
Yeah. I mean, I would if I had to pick one, it'd be Paul.
I think that's the
Oh,
popular
wow.
opinion in this room.
There's the...
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
the cover.
Oh,
Not messing
damn.
around.
No,
Damn.
Wow.
Ringo
How
goes
old is he?
country.
He does not look
He's
old
in his
enough.
80s.
he's in his 80s. Yeah.
He does
Get
not look
Wesley,
old enough
pull up
to
the
have been in the
picture of
Beatles.
Ringo next to his son.
Oh man, I
Why,
haven't
why does
seen
that give
this.
me if Ichabod Crane was on a ranch?
Yes, that one of them
Crane
on
on
the
a
wall.
ranch.
Look at Ringo and his son.
Oh,
One more over.
oh
Or-
I saw his.
Where
I
they're
saw
on the street in the blue shirt. But yeah, that one's great too. Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, something about the Beatles. The genes are just strong.
Yeah, the
Like,
contract with the devil that they made got
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, yeah.
George's son was Danny looks just like George.
Dude, I mean,
That's
Ringo looks
crazy.
objectively younger than his son.
Yeah, he could be
Does
his
his
son's
son
son.
still play with the Who? Because I saw the Who when he was playing drums for them.
I think he does. Yeah.
Does he? Okay.
But,
I was like
yeah.
in 2010.
Yeah,
That's
right.
crazy.
Or
I guess
12.
that's what
Got-
a lot of money will do for you.
Yeah.
A lot of peace and love right there.
Yeah,
A lot
so
of peace
much,
and love.
so much.
My
He's a
favorite,
good drummer.
my favorite thing, this is a fun little Ringo fact, is that I love that you can tell he runs his own Instagram. Like,
What?
you ever like see like these older rock stars and you look through their Instagrams and you can just tell that they run it themselves. Because
Slash
it's like,
is another one.
It's like, yeah, Slash is another one. You can tell that the posts that
wild.
they put up are just, this is a 70-year-old man running an Instagram. Like Ringo has, the way he was promoting the Get Back documentary that came out a couple years ago, he like had the DVD on the floor and it was just a picture of his toenails painted silver with the DVD in front. He was like, it's out now, peace and love. I love it so much.
Oh my god.
And then you see Paul's Instagram, it's like, there's a 25-year-old
Yeah, it's
running
professionally
this.
curated.
Yeah, it's just beautiful live footage all the time.
So okay, I'll tell this story because it'll be out by now, by the time this episode drops. But during COVID, I made a when everybody was doing those like quarantine videos where like we do a video of me playing drums in my studio and
Oh,
you're singing
yeah.
in your studio and blah blah blah.
Oh,
blah,
yeah.
blah.
We
Okay.
did one.
You did? Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I started one that was with a little help from my friends. Beatles song Ringo
Yeah.
Starr sang. So I started doing that, and it kind of evolved and snowballed, and in the end, I had like 50 plus artists on it. There's like 4 drummers, and there's like 7 guitar players,
Yeah.
and etc. And then they alternate. One drummer plays the first quarter of the song, the second drummer the next, and
Okay.
etc. So anyway, well, COVID happened. COVID got crazy, and I hit a play. I ended up not finishing it during COVID time. I got busy with life. Things got weird. Stopped doing it. And so it just sat on a hard drive. And then last year I was like, you know what? Just fuck it. I'm going to put that together. It sat on my conscience. Like I never put that together. So I mixed it, edited the video to kind of reflect what was happening, made it. And then I was like, cool, I'm going to release it. And then I still haven't because I've had no, I'm like, it's a stupid story to put out like, hey, here's a video I almost put out but then didn't, but here it is now. I'm like,
Fair.
so I haven't really known like what to do with it.
Yeah.
Just
So-
wait for the next
Well,
catastrophe.
Oh,
okay,
good.
so segue to as we speak. This episode's going to get released in a few weeks, but
Yeah.
as we speak, the catastrophe that has recently happened is the fires in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
So I've decided like this is a pretty great time to release this. Now, what I'm saying right now might end up being false in the future, but I need to email. What I'm about to do is email all 50 of those people and be like, "Hey, I think I want to release this video to help support with the LA fire relief. There's an organization called Music Cares. Have you guys heard of them?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they presently are and are always, even in not catastrophe times, like they help artists. Anybody which if you ever need financial assistance, therapy, anything like that, if you've been in the music industry for 5 years or more, they will give you money and help you out. So
That's
they're
by the time
helping.
you start needing those things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
5 years.
Yeah, that's the time.
Yeah.
So they're helping
Okay.
a lot of people at the LA fires. So
That's amazing.
So anyway, I'm planning on partnering with them to help raise money for the LA fire support and release this video.
Yeah.
But in the back of my head, the final goal of this video, the biggest dream that could ever happen, and this isn't going to happen, but I want to get Ringo Starr on the video because it's his song.
Oh,
How
my
cool would that
gosh.
be? And he's going to be here tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I sent emails to his management this weekend
Oh my.
and his booking agents like, hey, could he be involved? He could totally just do it from his phone wherever in the world.
Yeah.
But also,
If he wants to come by.
if he wants to come by, it's right up the street. Actually, he's here right now. I just saw a post of Jack White. They're practicing for the Ryman at Jack White's place.
Oh wow.
So anyway, so he's probably close to us right now.
Yeah.
Ringo's within a few miles.
Should we go find him right
That's
now?
what I'm saying.
Let's go.
Get a
So
mob together.
when you
Yeah.
just when you just said that
Shout-
his
Sharpened
Just
drumsticks.
Shout, yeah. Shout peace and love until he appears. Right?
peace and love.
Ringo. Ringo.
Go say it in the mirror 3 times. Yeah.
It's Paul.
There's a non-zero chance that he's just out for a walk right now and walks right past the studio and none of us even know
Yeah.
ever, you know.
Someone
But
go check.
because you said his Instagram is clearly himself,
get the
I
thing
grabbed
down
my
one
phone. I'm
second.
like, I'm gonna send him a message tonight on
Oh,
Instagram,
yeah.
like just
You-
in case.
You totally should.
His management, to be fair, has not replied, and I don't
Of
think they
course
will.
not.
But
You have no faith. No faith.
Did
Wait,
you
wait, wait.
expect them to?
You have to manifest
so
this
we got
a little bit,
we
right?
got to get him on Instagram.
You guys are all hoodwinked. He's in charge of the management. So he's the only person looking at the emails.
It's just him.
It's not his team.
Those
He
emails are backing up too.
Yeah, he can't remember his password to his Gmail.
Was it Abbey Road?
Some kind of road, street.
Yeah.
So I probably won't get him. But that being said, we'll release the
Oh
video.
my
We'll
God.
release the video without him.
Well, if he
That's
swings,
really cool.
if he swings
honestly.
by, give us a call. We'll maybe pop in and say hi.
So, hey, what's
yeah,
up?
there's like only 2-day window. It's the next 2 days, so we'll let you know.
Yeah,
Wow.
please.
That's incredible. That'd be
get
amazing.
an
I hope he
update.
does it. We're gonna say it right now because this is coming out in the future.
Oh, yeah.
We're just gonna say it right now. Yeah, that video you did with Ringo was amazing.
Yeah, thank you.
Incredible. Life-changing.
I can't believe you got him. I can't believe it happened.
I appreciate the manifestation.
Yeah. We're just gonna-
Favorite Beatle for you two?
I mean, it goes back and forth between John and Paul. Always that. I think.
what a safe answer.
No, but I'll be more specific. I think Paul was the king of pop melodies and always will be. And I think that John, performing wise and attitude wise, what he added to it's like rock and roll mixed with pop. Like that. That's how his performance was. And I don't know. So I idolize him as the performer, and I idolize Paul as the writer.
Yeah.
I'm a Paul guy through and through.
Yeah.
I love all the solo stuff he put out afterwards too, like Ram and all the McCartney 1, 2, even 3 is.
You're a big Wings
great.
guy.
Wings, I love Wings.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's funny. Everybody always thought like John was the weird psychedelic Beatle doing all this stuff, but all the stuff he put out after the Beatles was like this straight blues rock stuff, pretty much. Nothing crazy, just 3 chords and how he was feeling. But Paul, some of that stuff got weird, you know? It got, like, McCartney 2 is a weird album. Temporary Secretary with that synth line, it's some weird stuff, but it's awesome because he kept just like pushing the boundaries of what a pop record could be.
Have you heard of this band, Katu? That's not the name.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that everybody thought was the Beatles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
No.
Yeah.
Their
it's,
manager like refused to let them do any interviews. He didn't want to ruin the
Mystique.
The mystique. That yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to find. This guy sent it to me.
What they have that song California.
Klaatu.
Yeah, the album's like the sun.
CLAATU.
Barak to Nick to?
Yep,
From that?
I've heard about this.
I don't know what you're.
I've
What
never
are you,
heard of it.
You just
From
started
Army of
speaking
Dark-
an alien
From
language.
Army of
Yeah.
Darkness? It's like,
Army of Darkness.
that's from that old. You never seen Army of Darkness? Or you've seen Evil Dead?
Yes.
It's Evil Dead 3. It's Army of Darkness. And that's when he opens the book. That's when he gets his chainsaw hand.
Okay,
and he
that
opens
makes
up the book that tries to attack him, but he has to say the phrase. And that's the first word of the phrase.
Here's the thing about me and Robbie. Robbie has seen every movie, and I've seen no movies.
Clearly not every movie, but
Yeah.
I've
Army
seen
of
a lot of
Darkness is the
movies.
best one.
I'm trying to pull up.
Are we
Claw
queuing up?
2, but it doesn't want to cooperate. That's fine.
Oh, well, such is life.
Yeah, everybody thought they were the Beatles.
Random side
Yeah.
question. You said McCartney 1 and 2, and we were just talking about Led Zeppelin, like 1, 2, 3, 4. When do you think that's going to come back? When do you think that's
Ooh, let's
just going to
start
become a
that
normal?
now.
You could start it.
Yeah.
I don't have the bravery, but I think that it would be interesting.
You could have Ace of Spades.
Ace
What-
of Spades.
I mean,
Diamonds.
what we thought about.
Ooh.
Well,
That's cool.
What we wanted.
You should cut that out, so it's all right.
We're gonna cut that. Nobody heard that. No, we were joking about bringing him back on the last record. It was like, oh, you guys need the song Ace Monroe and the album Ace Monroe by the
did say
band
that,
Ace
yeah.
Monroe. The bad company of it all. People don't do that anymore either.
No.
I can't wait to find
You know,
out
the
who Ace Monroe is.
1975 always has like a song called the 1975.
Yeah.
Every album,
Really?
I think.
They always do.
I've heard that before.
What?
Really?
I feel like you're just
Did
making
you
shit
just
up.
have
at
to
this
make
point.
make a statement with no research?
Hold on, Lee.
It's like, I better Google this real quick.
somebody told me this.
I think
and
there's
now I'm like,
one. I don't think it's every album.
I hope it is.
Let's see.
I hope it's none of them.
Yeah, there's
Okay.
never been a song.
Being Funny in a Foreign Language, their newest album, has a song called
Okay.
the 1975.
Yeah.
Okay.
A Brief Inquiry into Online Relationships, first song called the 1975. I Like It When You Sleep, For You Are So Beautiful, Yet So Unaware of It, first track, the 1975.
Long album names.
A
We need shorter
yeah.
album names.
No,
A
make
Brief
'em longer. I love
Inquiry
that
into
shit.
Online Relationships, first
Longer?
song, the
You want longer?
1975.
You see, I wonder what streaming gets like then. Like if you're trying to find the song, you're like
Yeah,
the
that's
1975, and then it,
Yeah. Their album,
The greatest hits is just every
Yeah, it's
1975.
they have an album called the 1975. So, and the first song is called the 1975.
Right.
So when you listen to that song, you're listening to the 1975 from the album the 1975 from the band the 1975.
But what year did they record it? I bet it wasn't 1975.
Ooh, that would be good. That would be better.
If only they had a time machine.
Yeah, it was probably
Yeah.
like 12.
Only there was a time machine.
12.
Yeah.
If only. Man.
Any hot takes on the 1975?
I haven't listened to too much of their stuff.
I haven't heard of too much, but I will say what I've heard. I think it's great. I mean, like he's brilliant. Matty, right? That's
Matty
his name?
Healy, yeah.
Matty
Yeah.
Healy.
Now you know did you ever see his viral video about Oasis?
Oh,
Am I about
feel
to
like I've
not like
seen
him?
this.
Let's hear.
No, you would. He's like, the fuck are Oasis doing? Right now, could you imagine being the biggest band in the world, even now, and they're sat up in Highgate and some other British shit. Little Venice. Sat up in Highgate in Little Venice, just whining because they're in a mod with their brother. Get out there. Anyway, he goes
Yeah.
on and on and on, but eventually he's
I
like,
have seen that.
get back together. Headline Glastonbury.
No,
That's my PSA for today.
He's responsible then.
He might be.
I mean,
Yeah.
Are they the biggest band of all time?
From the British perspective,
Yeah, like that doesn't feel
yes.
true at all.
No.
When?
Even
When?
I'm the biggest Oasis fan you could probably find, but no.
There's no way.
But
Then
I
you're
will say
not-
this.
British
But
people think
I will
he
say
is.
This. I will say this:
Yeah.
the most rock and roll thing of all time, relationship of all time, is the brothers. Is that whole dynamic?
they are the stereotype.
They are the. It's
Yeah.
it's like, yeah. I mean, the Kinks also did it, and then like there's a bunch of brother bands, but I mean, basically.
Yeah, you could name every British band.
Every
pretty
British
much
band. I mean,
for that
but-
relationship.
But Oasis, I mean, Liam is the epitome of attitude in the sense of all you want from attitude and rock and roll.
Yeah.
And then Noel is like the quiet introvert, but like intellectual, philosophical songwriter.
Yeah.
And that's it. But he thinks it about himself, and they're both arrogant as fuck.
Yeah.
And they also are so stubborn that they wouldn't get back together until they kind of had to. But at the same time, I just think that that's so rock and roll. How many years was it that they just refused to do it?
16.
Yeah.
16 years?
a
They
long
didn't
time.
talk to each other. Like, they
Yeah,
didn't-
I think all
the
the-
kids didn't know each
All
other.
the other rock and roll bands just didn't wait that long to settle it.
No, they were that stubborn, which I think is the most rebellious, most rock and roll
It's a
thing.
long
like-
time to be leaving like tens of millions of dollars on the table.
Hundreds of
Hundreds
millions.
of
Yeah.
millions. Yeah, true.
Now,
Out of spite.
when you watch, you guys have seen Get Back, right?
Oh,
course.
So, like,
absolutely, yeah.
in Get Back, they have a fight with George and he quits the band. And It's just
Yeah.
like, and it's like, George thinks we like Eric Clapton more. Oh, no. And then but with Liam and Noel, they fucking Liam tries to hit him with a
Yep.
guitar.
No, he did.
Yeah.
Multiple
Yeah.
times.
Oh man.
Oh
Dude,
yeah.
but then Liam was just as bad because he would do the Axl Rose thing, which is like in the middle of a set. He's like, "Oh, my voice doesn't feel good. I'm just gonna bugger off," and then he would just like head off the stage and not come back. Then Noel would sing the rest of the set.
So after
That is a dick move.
It's a dick move.
It is. Yeah. It is.
It's a
No
dick
matter how
move.
big
I'd be
you
mad.
are.
but
Like,
he
I
did
would
write the
too.
song, so
yeah. It's like who holds the power there? Yeah.
Yeah, that's a whole other debate.
but after Matty Healy said that, Liam Gallagher's response on like a interview or Twitter or whatever was just like, that fuck. He was like, that fucking slack jaw fuck twit
I love his Twitter.
needs to wake
Oh
up and
my
quit
God.
his band. Like they're not rock and roll. Like,
Oh,
he's
holy
basically
shit.
he's basically like, they're the best band of all time.
Once
Stop
again-
fucking around and be a band again. And he's like, fuck you. Go
Once
to
again, I
hell.
love it if someone you can tell who runs their own social media.
Oh,
It's
absolutely.
amazing.
Oh yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
Can I tell you my favorite quote I've ever heard of Liam?
Yeah, please.
Okay, it was Blink-182. They were on their first American
Oh, boy.
like stadium tour, and for some reason Oasis was there, but Liam was watching them in one of these cities, and he came backstage, rushed back, and he came up to Tom DeLonge. He's like, "You're the best I've seen in America." And then the guy's like, "Oh, you liked it?" He's like, "I didn't say that." and then he just turned around and walked away. He's like, "That was the most punk rock thing I've ever seen."
That is amazing.
I didn't say that. I love that.
God, that's incredible.
The balls, like.
Man.
Oh, but still.
Dude. Matty Healy just had that. Whoa.
Foreshadowing.
That was a
What were you gonna say?
Matty Healy just had
Jaws.
that other video, him talking blow up about. He was talking about like how like different eras had a sound to them, and back in the day,
Oh,
like
yeah.
different cities had a sound to them. Like
Yeah.
like with soul, there was the three M's: Motown, Memphis, and Macon, and like everything was so localized back then. But now again, it's like what's the sound of the 2015? It's like,
Oh yeah.
it-
2025, you mean?
Well, I mean, even like think 10 years ago, like,
Okay.
or 2005. It's like everything just kind of like
Yeah.
went way wide.
Homogenized.
Like
Oh yeah.
it's hard to pin down like a musical like movement now.
Power of
Yes.
the internet.
He was arguing versus like you think the 60s and it's like the psychedelic rock and the Beatles, or 70s it's punk rock and disco comes out, but like you don't have that thing popping up nowadays, and it's interesting. He was talking about it.
Did you guys ever see Community, the TV show?
Of course.
I haven't.
Do you know when they have the
Childish
what was their show
Gambino.
called? Is it Greenville or something? Or but they have the whatever their school is called.
Oh, yeah.
Their mascot was called the Person,
Yeah,
forgot
it
that.
was a human being.
the human being.
Oh,
yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
The whatever school human beings.
Greendale? I think that was.
Greendale.
Greendale,
yeah,
yes,
yeah,
the
that's right.
Greendale human being. And the mascot was like a nondescript body in a gray
Incredible.
bodysuit.
bodysuit, yeah.
To be the least offensive, most diverse possible acceptable thing. And in a way, I mean, joking, but I think that there is something to like all of the cross-pollination. We're so cross-pollinated now.
Oh, yeah.
That how do you hone in on a movement? Like,
Yeah.
on this very show, in this random basement that we do this show in, we have people with so many different movements, and sometimes I'm like, oh shit, there's a classic rock and roll movement happening, and
Yeah.
you guys would be part of that. But then there's other times that you're like, oh no, what's going on is this sort of like Phoebe Bridgers-esque sad girl,
Yeah.
double vocal, acoustic, edgy thing, like a Lizzie
Yeah.
McAlpine, Phoebe Bridgers. We've had on some different artists, Isabel Pless, actually that girl right there, Chelsea King, I would say could
she's great.
sort of fit
Yeah.
into that. And although she's a little more rock and roll, so maybe
Yeah.
it
I
goes
was
back.
gonna say.
There's this group, the Band Light, that we've had on, and they're kind of in a throwback rock and roll thing as well.
Yeah.
But then there's like a pop punk movement.
Yep.
And it's just like, it's like that movie, Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yeah.
It's like we're living in those psychedelic scenes
Yeah.
of like everything is happening all at once across
Yeah.
the world.
Yeah.
Because
And it's cool. That's cool. But also it is sort of
Yeah.
challenging to feel like you don't know, like, what's the pulse? Like, what is
Yeah.
kind of the thing?
yeah, because sometimes when you do feel like there's a thing happening, it's all pulling back from somewhere long ago. Like, you know, the like, what, 2000s were like when Adele and like Amy Winehouse were blowing up. It's like they were doing 60s, like, you know, like kind of like love songs, like that kind of style of thing. And it's like
in 2010s you get electronic dubstep.
Yeah.
And everything is going in.
It's like
Wait,
we could all agree what was happening until a little while ago, and
Yeah.
now it's like I don't.
Yeah,
fucking
now it's
everything.
I don't. Everything's happening.
You know, that's
yeah.
good. That's a good thing, I think.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say, I think that if there is anything you can hone in on, because I mean, yeah, we can all look at like and isolate on certain decades, but I think now, like you're saying, it's all widespread. But I would actually say there's one thing you can hone in on, which I think, like if you look at Olivia Rodrigo, Harry Styles, or certain artists that are really exploding, there's one thing that is kind of singular to them, but it's also, I mean, there's a lot of artists doing it, but what people are drawn to, whether it's punk, whether it's rock, whether it's pop, whatever, is there's this sort of desire for genuinity now, I think, because like if you listen to like
Genuinity?
is that a word? I don't know.
Oh,
like,
We'll accept it.
authenticity. Authenticity.
It passes.
Yeah, just being transparent in the sense that, like, I mean, in Taylor Swift. Sorry, God, I can't believe I didn't say her. But a lot of people like her, Rodrigo, Harry Styles, because their music, I mean, it's like their diary. It's like they're being just honest, whatever they're saying, regardless. Whereas I feel like for a long time there was this idea we have to do something new. We have to do something that's going to be like nobody's ever heard it before, and like that push people to do some really cool creative things. But I think now there's this new desire that people just want to hear something that's like, okay, I just want to hear this artist themselves, who they are, almost naked and raw, if that makes any sense. At least that's my perception. I may be completely off.
That's across other medias too. Like more and more people don't want the produced; they want the real. That's why things like live streaming has blown up, right?
Yes.
In the last, people just want to connect with a person.
So you get what I mean?
I get what you mean, yeah. And I think I think that's good. I think it's great. I mean, if I'm a big fan of Bo Burnham. I don't know if you know.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But his song "Welcome to the Internet."
Yes.
He kind of talks about you know that kind of thing. You know, it's always the plan to put the world in your hand, right? It's like a big line from that, and he's right. But he comes off as this. It comes off as like this evil thing almost, and it is. But I think it's a net positive still.
Yeah.
I think that the ability to be able to connect with anybody all over the world is crazy. Like we were talking about video games before this started. I play games with a guy in South Africa all the time.
That's crazy.
You know, I never would have met this guy ever, and now I can. And so, his culture, he said, has become more American over time, and because everything is just widespread now, everything is everywhere.
But there's an interesting thing that happened this summer where, for the first time, at least in a while that I've seen, like there was a thing coming out of one place, and it was the Boiler Room in New York City, like that club. And that's where like Charlie XCX has been going and debuting stuff, and like, you know, obviously she was huge all summer, and artists like The Dare, who blew up this summer too. Like it's all coming out of New York City right now, and I think it's so cool to see like something in one city just happening, you know, but still blowing up to a mainstream level. But you can point to where it's like there's a scene.
Yeah, it's like easier and harder than ever to have a scene.
Yeah, because like, what is the Nashville scene at this point? You know, Nashville is such a melting pot, which is amazing. You know, but you know, maybe 30 years ago it would have been, oh, Nashville's your country sound. You know,
Right.
But now it's like everybody's here, and it's amazing.
Yeah, there are punk clubs, there are pop clubs, there are everything.
If I had to point to one thing in the Nashville scene, I'd probably say something like what you said, that there is a rawness about Nashville. Like generally most things lean towards something on the more authentic side.
Yeah.
And that feels to me like a evolution of like Americana. Like even if you're a rock band, like the bands that blow up out of here don't tend to be like super polished. Or the pop artists or whoever. Like there's usually a little bit of a grit to it or a rawness to it.
A beautiful imperfection.
Yeah.
Like,
although you know who has the least imperfection? Country. Our most, and Christian. The two big mainstream exports.
Yeah.
Other than the indie scene, the biggest mainstream exports here are the most polished.
Yeah.
I would say.
So
Other than
polished.
pop is very polished.
Yeah.
Sure.
But that,
I mean,
it'll always be. Yeah.
I wonder if the reason why those are the bands that kind of get out of Nashville, or that's a weird thing to say, get out. I mean, like just like
they made it out alive.
Yeah, they're based out of Nashville and they explode. I think that a big thing that I love to say about Nashville, because it's so true, is that, I mean, it's a iron sharpen iron in the sense that like everybody's good, because if you're not, you're just not gonna like.
Yeah.
You're not gonna be here that long, because like I mean, somebody else is gonna get that gig, somebody else is gonna get that spot or whatever, that session.
Yeah.
So if you have something to say and you're genuine and people want to hear it, I mean, you will stand out way more if you can do it in this competitive of an environment, in my opinion. I mean, I don't know. We've been all around the country now, like New York, LA, and Nashville is special in a way like that when it comes to musicians specifically, at least in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, growing up in a small town, it's like pulling teeth to try to find people to play with, you know?
Yeah.
Kids in my high school, it was like no one played anything, really.
Now we gotta swap out for the other band members soon here. But before we do, we have one question that we ask every guest.
Oh dear.
Oh boy.
If you had to choose,
And you do.
and you do. Now the important thing about this question
Oh my God! Don't do that.
the answer must not come from here.
Oh boy.
And for the audio only listeners, he's
Yeah.
pointing to his head.
Must come from here.
Let's leave that one up to interpretation.
Okay, yeah.
We won't tell where that answer's coming from.
The camera's on us, so nobody knows.
If you had to choose,
And you do.
and you do. Now what it means to the answer to come from your heart and not your head is I need an answer quickly.
Okay.
I don't want you to think about it,
Oh boy.
which means I need you both to answer at the same time.
Correct.
Can we do it like a countdown, like 3, 2, 1?
You'll know when it's time.
You'll know.
I'll know.
Yeah.
You'll feel it in here. Yeah.
But you know what you won't do. Can't say it. There's a thing you do.
Yeah,
you're not
yeah,
gonna do
yeah,
anymore.
yeah.
Y'all are
Okay.
scaring me so bad.
Don't fucking do your thing.
If you had to choose,
And you do.
The lead up
and
is insane.
you do, what would you say is your favorite kind of turtle?
Tortoise.
Snapping turtle.
I couldn't stop myself. I even thought about it in my head, and it just happened physically. All right.
Was that pre-planned, or did you just think that?
The question? No, we
Yeah.
asked that same question to every.
Oh,
single
you
person.
asked me every time. Okay.
No,
What's the most interesting answer you've ever had?
I don't know.
Ninja.
We've gotten ninja.
I should have said
We've gotten ninja. We've also gotten specific Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
Some we've just never heard
Franklin
of.
the turtle.
I know. I can't help it.
Little baby
What he was
turtles.
saying is he noticed that the most common answer that we get is snapping turtle.
It's true.
And
It's just the
when
first
I asked
turtle
the
I
question,
thought.
Basic. I'm
when
joking.
I asked the question, I snap. And so he was like, is it psychological? So he was trying to tell me not to snap. I still fucking snapped. I can't stop myself.
Yeah, in fact, he usually would be like, your favorite kind of turtle. But today he went, turtle. It was a double snap.
That's why the double threw me off.
Oh,
The double threw me off.
interesting.
No, just
Okay.
just don't at all that.
I can't help it. I don't know.
You have
just
the
wave your hand.
you have the perfect A/B testing today because you have the other group today. You can do the same band.
I
and
won't snap. Don't snap.
and
Don't snap.
I'm seriously worried about what's going to happen when they come on. So I wish you the best.
I'm more
of luck.
worried for you guys,
Yeah.
than them. Yeah, they're gonna be mayhem. So prepare.
All right. I'm excited. I'm excited to finally find out where the band name comes from.
Oh yes.
Yeah, right.
Oh yeah, we didn't tell.
But before
that.
we
Yeah.
leave,
We were useless.
we're going to have you guys play another song in the interim.
Yeah.
What's the next song we're hearing?
This song is our newest single called Bang Bang.
A crazy little fly got some power over me. Caught up in a smile and a style mystique. I know it's been a while since I saw that face. Summer dress, pretty mess, put me in my place. Saying something to me. Yeah, you read my mind, and you see right through me. I hear you knocking, it's going bang, bang. It's about time, I got a ring, ring. My mind's all tied up and I start to shake. I just need a little, but maybe it's a little too late. It's 2:15 when I've been talking to you. Closing down the bar, tell me what you're trying to do. You say, baby, won't you finish your glass? We'll get you coming, we'll drive real fast. Saying something to me. Yeah, you're in my mind, and you see right through me. Oh, I hear you knocking, it's going bang, bang. It's about time, I gotta ring, ring. My mind's all tied up and I start to shake. I just need a little, but maybe it's a little too late. Don't you wait, don't you wait, don't. I keep knocking, it's going bang, bang. It's about time, I gotta break, break. My mind's all tied up and I start to shake. I just need a little, but maybe it's a little too. I keep knocking, it's going bang, bang. It's about time, I gotta break, break. My mind's all tied up and I start to shake. I just need a little, but maybe it's a little too. I just need a little, but maybe it's a little. I just need a little, but maybe it's a little too late.
So we asked the guys early on where the name Ace Monroe came from.
And they're like, we're not going to tell you. You got to wait for the other people.
I was
Did they
embarrassed.
actually say
Yeah.
that? Really?
I was embarrassed that you asked that question because it's like the number one question that bands will be like, what a lame question, everybody asks us
Yeah,
that.
but it's a cool band name.
It is a
Got
cool band
Ace
name.
in it. That's cool.
And then they were like, oh, you're going to have to wait for that. So we have really high stakes set up here.
Yeah, they suck.
You guys kind of deliver. I think they said it was your story, Eric.
No.
Am I right? No?
That
No,
guy.
this
It was
guy.
Jonathan?
That guy.
Specific story.
I see
yeah.
why they told you to wait now.
Yeah,
because-
I'm also pawning it off. So it's
Yeah,
his
yeah.
story.
Well, what a lame question, guys. Come on. All right. Well, I'm very honored that they let me tell this story because I'm the one that always tells this story. But the name Ace Monroe came on a very dark and stormy night about 15 years ago. No, I'm kidding. It was like 5 years ago in college. My microeconomics class. Very exciting environment, microeconomics. And so our teacher or our professor was going through roll call, and he was saying the various names of the people in our class. And I'm trying to come up with a cool band name, and I don't have anything. And then he said the name Ace Monroe, and then it hit me like
A ton of bricks.
and yeah,
That's what I was
yeah.
looking for.
That's what I'm talking about,
That's what I
baby.
was looking for.
Now
I'm,
we know it's orange.
I'm trying to get
Orange
gassed
is the
up
good
like
one, yeah.
like Pat McAfee. I feel like I need to keep this microphone.
Orange is
further away
the
from me.
one to rock
Jack,
with.
you're on it. You're on orange duty.
All right, I got it.
So, all right, let me tell a story. All right.
All right.
All
all
right,
right.
chill.
And anyway, so he said Ace Monroe, and this was a guy in our class. And I went up to him one day and I said, "Hey, Ace, I'm Jonathan. You don't know who I am, but I'm in a band. We need a cool name, and you have a cool name. Can we use your name for the band?" And then he said, "Sure." And just like that.
So there is a guy
so this
named
is a
Ace
guy.
Monroe.
Yeah.
There
Yeah,
is.
there
Just
is.
walking
Have you-
around
There is.
Nashville.
And
I think he's in.
That's right.
Is he in
And-
Colorado now, though?
I don't
he's,
know.
Like,
I
Michigan?
think he was last spotted in Michigan.
Michigan.
right?
Yeah.
Have you
Wasn't that
he's
the last?
awesome though.
He's a
Yeah,
great
he's
guy.
He's like
amazing.
the sickest dude.
Is he
have
a-
you
is he a
featured
fan?
him?
Yeah, I mean he
He
likes.
should.
Yeah.
Hey, if he's watching this right now, do
He
I
watches
look into
every
that
episode.
camera? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
If you're Ace Monroe, if you're watching this right now, you come hop on a track for the next record, all right?
Yeah, dude,
Yeah,
he's
Official
badass.
invitation.
Put him in a
So
music
it's
video.
literally just some dude's
It's
name.
some guy.
Have
That's
you?
incredible.
Yeah, it's
I love
awesome.
that.
Do you guys know the Instagram dude Petey?
No,
No.
I don't.
Petey?
No.
No, he has this whole skit about the coolest guy in their town, and his name's Puff Sullivan, and he's just always like smoking outside of school, and the whole bit is like he's one of those Instagram TikTokers where like he plays every single character in his video, right?
Right.
And
Oh, is he pulling?
yeah,
it
this
up?
is Puff Sullivan.
No
that
way.
guy, yeah.
Let me
Oh,
see.
this dude's blind.
Do we have a video of him?
No, I'm serious. Like the guy that plays
Petey?
him. Yeah, he's
Really?
blind. Yeah, he's blind. He's a skateboarder and he's blind.
Wait, this guy?
Yeah,
Wesley, fact check that, please.
I'm almost positive, dude.
amazing.
I've seen this guy on TikTok. Yeah,
So
he's awesome.
in his videos. They're always like, it's still him, but it'll be like two guys talking, and they're like, "Is that Puff Sullivan? Yeah, man, that's Puff Sullivan. Puff Sullivan, that guy's a fucking legend. Yeah, Puff Sullivan. That's how you guys are talking about Ace Monroe. Like Ace Monroe is a legend.
Yes.
He is
I
a
hope
legend.
he
He
hears
is.
this.
He is.
Yeah.
It's like Eddie from Iron Maiden. How
Yeah.
like it's just like the skeleton who runs out.
Yeah.
Everyone goes crazy.
Except
That's what we're gonna do with
ours,
him.
Ours is just like a 6'3" dude that's
Who's
just
Oh, he's
kick-ass.
6'3"?
Yeah, he's just awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fucking dope.
He's
yeah, exactly, exactly.
Yeah, it's sick.
6'3", hell yeah.
Yeah.
This guy's tall. Yeah.
yeah.
I've never been tall.
Yeah.
Like that's fucking
Yeah.
Not
epic.
even once. You
Not
should try
even
it.
one. I tried in college, but like that's an experimental.
It
phase.
doesn't work
Yeah.
out, honestly. As a short guy, yeah, being tall is overrated. It sucks.
It's not ideal.
Yeah.
True.
From your past
Your legs hurt.
experiences.
Yeah, your legs hurt. It's awful.
The second you walked
You
in,
die
I
younger?
honed in to your button. Candy is dandy, but sex won't rot your teeth.
It's true.
Is there a story? Candy is dandy's from a movie. I can't remember what it was. Okay, hold on. No, Petey is not blind.
That's total
Eric,
bullshit.
that is
It's
strike
total
one.
bullshit.
So we get a fact checker, Eric.
Total bullshit.
Yeah.
I swear. If he's not, he has a twin brother that is. I swear there is a skateboarder that looks just like him that's blind on TikTok.
I will say that Google's AI is like the
Garbage.
most wrong thing. Like it's so wrong always.
Yeah, I tried to just
So.
scroll past it. Don't get confused by it.
It's getting better, I will say,
Google
because initially it was real bad.
That stuff scares me.
AI?
AI is
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, you're worried it's
I
gonna
think
take over
it's
the world.
helpful.
Could take over the world.
It could.
It's
I mean, it is
spooky.
very helpful when I also work at a bar,
Mm.
and I don't really know how to make all the drinks, and someone says something, so then I just chat GPT how to make
Oh.
this cocktail or
That's
Google
nice.
AI.
Just nails it every time.
Yeah, and they're like, "Wow, this is really nice." I'm like, "Family recipe, dog." Yeah.
Super secret.
Yeah.
Well, if it helps, AI is not AI. It is not intelligence at all. It's just machine learning. We
It's-
haven't actually cracked AI yet.
Artificially dumbass.
Yeah,
They call that AGI.
they made a new name because everyone co-opted AI. They
So
call
it's
it
AGI now?
Oh yeah, artificial general intelligence is.
Really?
That's what you should be scared
That's
of.
what they call Eric's intelligence.
Yeah.
Just general.
Yeah.
Intelligence.
That's Alabama school system.
Yeah.
That's right.
Now, where are you three from?
I'm
Well-
from Muscle Shoals, Alabama.
Muscle Shoals.
Yeah,
That's
Musty
a good
Hose.
musical town.
Yeah, it's all right, man. It's cool. There's really nothing to do but like play music and go to Walmart there. So
Now, what part of?
I believe you mean the Walmarts.
yeah, it's the Walmart, the Wally World.
I've only been there once,
Mhm.
but I know there was like Florence on one side, there's Muscle Shoals on the other side. And isn't there a few other little towns right there, like kind of clustered?
Yeah, so it's four of them. It's Muscle Shoals, Tuscumbia, Sheffield, and Florence all
Right.
together.
Are you from Muscle Shoals specifically?
I'm from Muscle Shoals. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's cool. It's all right. It's there is nothing there. It's a very small town, but the studios are cool.
Yeah.
A lot of really rad people recorded there.
When I was there, like it was like one side of the river was like really quaint, really pretty, and then another side of the river, like the next town over, because there's 4 towns. I'm like, this town looks like it was burnt down. Like literally, I saw a building that had been burnt down, and then no one fixed that building. They just left it.
That's Muscle Shoals.
And
Yeah.
that's like you don't see that very often. That like somebody didn't like then do something with that building. But there's such like a vibrant music culture there, like or history there.
Yeah.
And then I know there's definitely people from Nashville who have moved down there or that are like trying to be a part of making it a thing. Like,
Yeah.
There's this. Have you heard of Craig Alvin before?
I don't think so.
He produced the Casey Musgraves Golden Hour. Sorry, he didn't produce. He mixed or engineered. He was an engineer on the Casey Musgraves Golden Hour record. And he went down there, and he's just constantly posting on Facebook, houses for sale, like, look how cheaply you can live here.
Yeah.
Stop, like, he got sick of Nashville because he was in Marathon Village, and that's where his studio was, and just rent kept going up and up and up and up, and obviously Nashville's become so unaffordable. And he's like, he is actively trying to get the music community of Nashville, like the indie scene, to like move to Muscle Shoals and make it more of a thing.
I mean, there's a little scene there. I mean, there's a lot of course, you have like in the studios there, you have your actual like, you know, we called them like the A-listers. The day sessions would come in. And you have like your crew that does that, and it's mainly at Fame, which Fame is awesome. But then you have this whole other little group of like kids, which I was kind of a part of before I moved up here. I call them kids. It's just younger people. But yeah, they all like go in those studios and hang out at night and like write music and produce records for each other and play on records. And there's a really vibrant scene there in a bunch of different studios that nobody really knows about. But there's a lot of those people. I moved up here, and then a lot of those people started getting calls in Nashville or for bigger sessions. So like there's guys that I, you know, played with and recorded with that have went on to do some really cool stuff. Like they had Lana Del Rey come in and record with like the OG night crew that I recorded with at Jackson Highway. And all of those guys are just awesome players and engineers and just really sweet people that are finally getting a little bit of notoriety and work, and it's awesome. I really do love the group of people and the community down there. It's very loving. It's very similar to Nashville. Like I came up here and everybody's just so willing to work with everybody, and it feels like a small town almost. And Muscle Shoals still has that. Like everybody's willing to work with everybody and chill and come hang out at the studio. You know, you may not play on this one, but next one we'll get you in. And you know, the whole reason that I play bass is because of a session I bullshitted my way through. I showed up as a guitar player, and it was the classic, hey, we have 12 guitar players. Does anybody play bass? And I said, I'll want to do this, so yeah, I'll play bass. And I think that I butchered it, but I got called back, so it's cool.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man.
And where are you from, Jack?
So I'm from South Florida.
Okay, boring.
Way lamer.
Just
Yeah.
No, it's exciting.
Moving on.
If you
Yeah, so
like
many
golf, it's very
gators.
exciting.
Yeah, so I'm from Jupiter.
Oh, that's right. We heard about this.
That's
Yeah.
so cool.
I know.
Big-
Oh, wait, you guys actually heard about it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the last guys, and I thought it was false. Or
Did Josh spoil it?
Not real. Yeah, he
Okay,
did.
because he started with.
And then he's
Jack's
like,
from
he's
Jupiter.
stupider.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow.
Wow. Okay. The one joke he has.
Jupiter is known for its golf courses.
Oh,
And it's many
beautiful.
moons.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
And Eternal Storm.
Exactly. And the atmosphere is a little different there, you know. So
Wait,
Yeah.
sorry.
there you go.
I'm trying to stop.
It's too short. You gotta let it run out. You gotta let it play out.
Triggering it again.
That was the short one.
Yeah.
Is it cold or hot on Jupiter? I'm sorry, this
Uh,
is totally a ADHD.
Wait, the
moment.
planet or the
the planet.
The planet.
The
The
planet.
planet.
We know
Just
what
wanted
it's
to
like in
clarify.
Florida.
Well,
It's
Yeah.
a lot
planet-
further
the
from the
planet is
sun.
hot.
It's a lot further
Yes.
from the sun, though.
Yeah,
isn't it?
it's
Yeah, but it's still kind of a. Actually, maybe we should fact check this.
it's
Wesley,
gaseous.
can you bring
pretty
out some
sure.
Jupiter
yeah.
facts?
What's the temp on Jupiter?
I'm pretty sure it's warm.
It's mostly
you're lying.
gases.
It's
right?
tropical. They got golf courses there too.
Yeah, that's where Tiger Woods lives.
Yeah. And
would
Ricky
think-
Shep.
You would think Jupiter's hot,
Ricky
but it should be
Fowler.
cold. Oh, no, it's cold.
It's a nice warm
Told you.
negative 166 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
further from the sun.
Oh.
Yeah, they could still put a breakers there or Four Seasons.
Yeah.
I feel like with Starlink now. you
Hurricane Grill.
know. Yeah, Hurricane Grill, Duffy's.
Do they have like renderings of what the surface of Jupiter would look like if you were there?
I don't know. Wesley, bring it up.
Yeah,
I think it's
kinda
just
wanna know.
fog.
But so you and
Josh.
like grew up next to each
Yeah.
other, but didn't know each other till you came here, right?
We did grow up not directly next to each other, but like minutes away.
Yeah, so pretty fucking direct.
Yeah, I know, right? I know.
Like closer than
Yeah,
here
yeah.
in East Nashville.
Yes.
That's what they think it looks like?
Yeah.
That's not the
They're
surf.
wrong.
That's the surface
just
of Jupiter.
rock.
There's no way it looks like that.
No, that's
Yeah.
from the moon because then you see Jupiter in the.
Right.
So that's probably like what
Moons
is
aren't
it?
rocks.
You know, we have real
They're
pictures
dust.
of the
Orion
surface
or
of
something?
Venus. We sent a drone or a probe there. And
Really?
We have real pictures of it. Yeah.
And it didn't melt.
I don't know.
Yeah,
shit
it melted in about
about
like
science,
20
so-
minutes. Like that's why we only have like 5 pictures.
No
Wow.
way.
But we have like 5 real pictures
That's
of
from
the surface of
Jupiter.
Venus.
So he was able to send them back.
That's awesome. We
Yeah,
sent a
we
dude
have
there.
Yeah. Oh my God! Look at that guy. He's just walking around like
pull
nothing.
up Venus
Is
if
he
you have a
yeah,
real
show the
picture.
pictures of Venus.
Is
They're
that
real.
Tiger
Yeah.
Woods? Is he still there?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's the 12th fairway at Augusta.
That
Ooh.
third one I know is a real one. I've seen that one before.
Wow.
Apparently that's what Venus actually looks like.
So it's just rocks that are yellow. It's in a yellow sky, but it rocks. and
That's
it's yellow.
awesome.
yeah. Also, it could be a shitty camera. I don't even know if it's yellow.
Yeah, it's
But it's a real picture.
It's like
I think
just
that
a
was like-
bad white
That was on the
balance.
iPhone 3S.
Isn't there like a
3GS.
lot of sulfur
On
there? Right?
Venus or
Is that-
Jupiter?
Tiger Woods.
Venus?
Yeah, it's like acidic. I think.
Yeah.
Like their drone died and melted in like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Is
I
this
don't
like
know
a-
anything about science.
Is this like a large part of your life that people are like,
Yeah, yeah.
oh, so where you're from, and then they just talk about outer space for a while?
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
You should really have more Jupiter facts lined up.
I know. I should just be able to list them. I should be like ChatGPT and just
100%
list them off.
for one
Just
specific topic.
Yeah, exactly.
And this is how you make a Tom Collins.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, so did you come to? Were you a Belmont student as well?
I was, yes.
I don't know why I
was
just
as well.
guessed that. I'm like,
What-
I
I'm
mean,
like, I have no
How many
reason
people
to.
were
gives it
Belmont
away.
students?
Me and him
And Josh. Three.
Josh.
yeah.
What years were you guys there? Or when did you graduate? I
2019
guess?
to
2023.
2023.
Oh,
yeah.
okay, okay. That's past my time. I,
Not
I, worked,
2019?
I worked there for like 5 years.
Doing
You
But I
were there in
quit
2019
Oh, no, I was there in 2019.
What were you doing
and
there?
2020.
Financial aid. If you got financial aid, I gave it to you.
Ooh. In 2019?
In 2019. I
Damn.
quit summer of 2020.
All right.
That
well,
sucks.
thank
You
so
didn't help
much.
me out at all.
Yeah, well, if you
I
had
tried-
come into the office and asked.
I tried to go. I
Did
tried
you
to
try?
go. Yeah. I tried to
Really?
go. When I was in high school, yeah, I wanted
What
to
happened?
go to Belmont.
I
I
can't
couldn't.
get that financial aid?
Yeah, I didn't get enough financial aid.
Didn't know the right
This
people.
guy
dude.
totally turned me down.
Oh yeah, if you got an award letter in the mail that told you how much money you're getting,
Oh, yeah.
I literally sealed that envelope. And
Oh,
mailed it to you.
really?
Thanks, dog.
Let's go.
Appreciate
You know
that.
my address.
I
That's-
yeah, spent countless hours sealing envelopes.
Well, if you didn't go to Belmont, I'll bet there's something else you don't have, which is so much debt.
Yeah, that is
True.
that is true. That is true. Except I have a crazy gambling issue. So
Well, you know.
And what were your majors?
I was a game board design and lawn care major.
I was
What?
nursing.
Wait, rewind.
Wait, whoa, that's not. Wait, what?
My minor was lawn care, but game board
They have a
design.
minor in lawn care?
Yeah, you know, you just
They have
kinda,
a major.
Well,
in
they
game
have a
board?
lawn there, don't they? You seen those lines?
Yeah,
That's this guy
they're
right here.
clean, they're real clean.
If
This
you
is-
see those lines, just like you sealing those envelopes, those lines were me.
Chris.
this is what he is in debt for.
Yeah.
Is lawn care.
Yeah, but I can mow the hell out of a lawn.
I could have taught him that shit in like 20 minutes.
Dude, his work is I mean, it's beautiful. It's phenomenal.
Thank you.
It's an art. I mean,
It's not.
he would not come back to. We lived together. We were roommates,
Yeah.
and he wouldn't come back till 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning because he was, I mean, by hand
Just
with
trimming.
pair of kid safety scissors
Preach it, brother.
trimming that lawn. You
That
know?
was
and he had a
our
ruler
midterm.
to make
To
sure that it was.
perfection.
Yeah,
That was our mid. Dude, thank you so much.
yeah.
For that.
I gotta give you
That-
more credit
No, I appreciate it.
because it's hard work.
Yeah, those are midterm. Was the scissors.
You're really stupid.
like how deep are you going to get into this?
Yeah. All right.
They-
We'll just break the bit.
These two
That's a
go
great
for
bit.
a
I love it.
long time. They
Yeah.
can go for a while.
If he's not, it is good we did it this way
yeah,
because he can break us
it would have went on that for like 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And you're just ain't having none of that bullshit. You're just like, absolutely not.
Yeah.
You got the Ron Swanson mustache.
Yeah,
Making no
absolutely not.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, Eric doesn't stand for it, but Jack and I, man, well,
We lived together.
we
for
lived
4
together.
years.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So he did was audio video production. Let's go, baby.
So yeah.
And I was music business.
The classic Belmont degree.
Yeah, exactly. Just like everybody else. And so we met freshman year. We met on a Facebook group. Like he was like, "Hey, what are you up to, dog? You want a room?" I'm like, sure, whatever, bro. And then we roomed. And then now look at us, good pals.
I know, and now we're sitting here.
Yeah.
And they don't live with each other anymore.
We don't, unfortunately.
No.
We
They're
had to break
divorced.
up.
Yeah, we got divorced.
Yeah, it's probably for the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, it got complicated.
Better for the kids.
Yeah,
Exactly.
there were physical altercations involved. It was not good.
Yeah.
The cops were called on several occasions.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, he got in one of my cars and tried to steal it. It just got bad.
Yeah.
One of them. How many cars you got?
7.
You know. Yeah.
Plenty.
Yeah.
You can only drive one at a time.
Exactly.
It was the Ferrari that he got on top of. It was crazy.
Yeah. And I got in his Fiat. So
Sure,
Yeah.
sure.
Speaking of physical altercations, we talked with the other guys about Oasis a little bit.
Oh gosh, of course.
You're already sick of it.
We know Robbie was here.
Yeah. So, who are some of y'all's influences?
Not Oasis.
It started with me going. It started with me going. You guys kind of sound Led Zeppelin-ish, and they were like, "Whoa!" And then they never confirmed nor denied Led Zeppelin as an influence, but we skirted around that. So
Yeah.
Zeppelin. I've never listened to Led Zeppelin ever, actually.
Dude,
Like,
come on.
ever.
There's no way that's true.
Yeah.
No,
never.
he
That's
does.
not real.
I
Yeah,
don't.
of course
I
he
don't
does.
have
In
any
the
of the
van.
records at all. None of them.
No original pressings.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no
no.
original pressings of any of those records.
From
I
the
did,
UK.
I did, and this will y'all are gonna like this. This is gonna easy segue into mine. I did just get back from my honeymoon, and I got Up to Revolver, all original pressings from the year they were released, Beatles records.
That's sick.
From
wow.
from Please Please Me
Just sick.
to Revolver.
I didn't actually know that.
Yeah, and I spent an outrageous amount of money to do it. But
Yeah, I bet.
I'm a huge Beatles fan. Love Paul McCartney.
same.
One of the greatest songwriter of all time. And I know that's a hot take.
Not really.
Yeah, it's
Greatest
pretty-
songwriter of all time.
I think saying good things about the Beatles
Yeah.
is like the status quo.
one of the
But how would you? But
You have
but
to.
when compared to Taylor Swift,
dude. Look, I
Oh.
think Taylor Swift is a really great businesswoman, and she makes an outrageous amount of money. But Paul McCartney eats her alive all day. I
amen,
mean,
brother.
yeah. I mean, the Beatles were just they led rock music for a decade. Like everybody followed them with whatever they did.
It's like-
That's insane.
But who are they fans of?
I mean,
No one.
They were super into Motown.
Jerry Lee Lewis.
Yeah, a lot of old like rock and like Elvis and Jerry Lee Lewis.
Yeah, they were like
the
big Elvis
Sun-
fans,
the
right? Like
Sun
famously
records.
big Elvis
yeah.
fans.
Yeah.
They met him.
Chuck
which is
Berry.
a really funny story.
They
Love
love
Chuck
Chuck.
Berry.
They love Chuck
Yeah.
Berry.
Yeah,
too.
love
Yeah.
Chuck Berry. All the old like '50s rockers.
That's what they wanted to do.
Yeah,
Fred Durst.
yeah, huge Limp Bizkit fans.
Limp Bizkit,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
loved it.
Yeah,
Break
You
stuff.
can really hear it in their music.
yeah.
Break stuff is actually derived of Help, right? Like they used Help to.
Yeah, yeah.
They used
They were-
break stuff to write Help.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You can, yeah. I mean, John Lennon was really getting angsty in those lyrics, you know, and he was
It's like
he was pissed.
I'm gonna break stuff.
Yeah,
Help.
he was pissed. His
Did
give me.
you-
He said, "Give me something to break, and then help me break it." Yeah,
Right.
Did you get the original pressings while you were in the UK?
yes.
That's
So they're
All of them?
From the motherland.
yes. They have to be okay. I'm a vinyl nerd, so with certain artists, they have to be from the. They don't have to be original pressings as much as they have to be from the year that they were released. So they can, if it's like a second pressing, that's fine. I won't cry about it. But they have to be from the year that they were released, and they have to be released in the country that they're from. So the Beatles is the one that I'm really, really crazy about it. And I've only got, I have to go over there and get more because I only have Up to Revolver.
Does it count if you like buy it off eBay from a British guy, or do you have to like be in the country?
Find it in the wild. You have to find it.
But
in the
what
wild.
if he's super
Really?
British? He's like, "Oi, moi, I want you boy Beatles record." You know.
that could add some years.
Oh, it's Tuesday, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't.
adding value.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know. I don't know if you can like have a phone call with somebody.
What if you got this record from your mom?
Well, that's depends on how hot the mom is. You know?
Sure. Old
Yeah.
British
That is
ladies,
true.
famously
Yeah.
hot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
crazy.
Man, I gotta tell you, I am not a big vinyl enthusiast.
Mhm.
But I am trying right now to get some vinyls. I don't have a record player. I'm trying to create a record wall.
You kind of need one of those to play them.
Well, I have no intention of playing them.
Just to
you
look
just
at
want
them.
to look
wanna-
at them,
Yeah, I just want the art.
or a
Yeah.
mental play it. Like just think
Yeah.
of what it sounds
Yeah,
like.
I'm only getting vinyls of guests from the show.
Oh,
So there's not
okay.
that many available. So it's taken me a while.
Yeah.
Not everybody releases a vinyl nowadays.
Well, we'll
That's
have to
cool,
get you
though.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, we will.
Oh, yeah. Do you guys
We
have
should
one?
brought one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure we could run one by someday.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
we'll
I'd
get you
love
one.
a vinyl from you.
Yeah, yeah,
Sign
exactly.
any even?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Put it
dude.
up on the wall, yeah.
I don't know how to
Yeah.
write, so
That's all right.
Yeah,
You just
exactly.
make your mark. It's
I'm the
fine.
drummer. So
Yeah.
That is true.
what do
we
you
kinda-
expect?
We hold his hand and
Yeah.
do it for him.
Dip your hand in ink and then put the hand.
Yeah,
up.
I can draw a hand turkey though.
That's awesome.
Why
Yes.
isn't that? Why do
That's
we do
awesome.
fucking signatures that you make up when we could do
Dude.
people's hands with their fingerprints?
Exactly.
Far more authenticatable.
And then you
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
access to our like Fidelity accounts and
I just put a
all of our
sticker on it.
passwords and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
if you
have
rob a
fingerprints.
convenience store, you can make yourself a grill. Actually,
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think anybody got my reference.
Grill?
Yeah. I know.
Robbed a jewelry store, gonna
I know.
make me a grill. That song.
No.
Okay.
Oh,
all right.
I was totally.
All right, that's all right. Well, I'm aging myself a little bit here. All right,
There you go. I saved you there.
all right. That was.
Wow,
It's a
good save.
horrible song. Don't listen to it.
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it.
That's my. Hot,
Wes, I hope you're getting their weird handshake on the.
yeah.
Wait,
The
could
camera.
we do a three?
Oh,
a
yeah.
three-way one?
Hey.
All right, ready? Is it on? Is it rolling?
It's wrong.
Wes? All right, ready? There you go. That was
Crazy.
actually pretty tight.
Yeah, that was crazy.
This
It
was
gets
good.
it gets nuts sometimes, like on the road.
It does.
When we've been around each other for like 2-3 weeks, it gets insane. Like it's
it's a lot
so
of
tight.
it's a lot of snapping. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
just-
so tight because we do it like a gajillion times a day. So yeah, it gets absurd sometimes.
Yeah.
But-
So it's just like down.
How
Yeah.
how often do you guys get on the road?
Pretty often.
Yeah,
We
Yeah.
do. Yeah. And it's gonna be more this year.
Yeah, more this
so
year.
every year's been building. Like
what
I mean,
a great
20
segue because we have so
Yeah.
many tour dates that
oh, we do.
we're gonna be talking about. We're gonna be playing a lot this year.
We're playing for our new album coming out April 25th. We're playing Basement East.
Yeah,
Right here in
Oh,
Nashville.
nice. Awesome.
So,
we can talk about that.
we
can't
can.
we can.
Our
We can.
manager was telling us what we could and couldn't talk about earlier.
Yeah.
But I don't
Talk
remember.
about whatever you want.
I
He's
don't
not in here.
remember. Well, I mean, just for like release plan, I don't remember what he said, so I'm gonna leave that up to y'all to promote.
Is
all
there a
this
list?
stuff.
Is there a list like on out not on the website yet? Because you're not sure if we're supposed to talk to it, so I assume it's not out public yet, right?
No.
There, by this time, there will be a few dates.
Okay.
I know that the Nashville date is announced by now.
Yeah.
Is it?
You're launching off from there.
I'm
Yeah.
just the bass player. I have no
There-
idea what's
You
going
just
on.
show up.
Yeah, exactly. I show
just
up.
lays it
I have
down.
a good time. I drink claws. You know?
And you go home.
Yeah.
Now
nice.
for the Basement East show, do you know have you announced yet who's like playing on the bill?
Yeah, I
No.
think we're still working on that. That's what I heard from our manager.
Highly
say.
top secret.
He said.
Highly
Yeah.
top
He
secret.
said we're looking into it.
Yeah.
That's what he
Yeah,
said.
we're gonna have some good people on with
Yeah.
us.
We're
I
gonna
can't
have some
say
folks.
They will
who
be
yet,
good.
Yeah.
but there will be some quality acts that we're very excited about.
That's right. We'll have the names in post. Yeah.
Yeah, just edit it over.
Just edit voiceover over you.
Yeah,
Exactly.
We are excited to see.
Yeah.
an AI kind
Creed.
dude.
Yeah.
That'd be
That
sick.
would go so hard.
Yeah.
That would fuck.
Yeah.
That would
You
be
know,
so nuts.
Creed was brought up in
yeah,
the
well, I was
last
about to
segment
say that
too.
same thing. Y'all
Really?
got a
You
thing
guys-
for Creed?
Was it Robbie or Josh? Do you know?
Josh
Robbie,
does.
I think.
Josh
Ro-
does not
yeah,
like.
yeah,
I think
yeah.
it was Robbie.
Yeah, Robbie. Robbie knows what's up. He knows about Creed.
Josh doesn't like drinking a gajillion beers and listening
Yeah.
to Higher.
Yeah,
He's
with
lame.
your boys.
Drinking
Yeah.
a million billion beers.
Yeah. Just getting hammered drunk and listening to.
Can you take me higher?
So,
Yeah.
what
yeah.
did they say about Creed?
Just
It was
referenced
just
it.
mentioned.
It was just
It
a
was
little
just
reference.
referenced, yeah.
Oh, okay.
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 Just a little
We
reference.
didn't get
not
into
much.
it.
Well,
Yeah.
this is not going to be a reference. We're totally
Yeah,
detouring.
we're getting into
this
it.
is going to be a Creed
Yeah.
podcast. From
All right.
now.
Creed was
goes
a
hard.
band that we all listened to, and
From
it was
time to
like
time,
cool.
a
And then
while
they
ago.
disappeared, and then
And
they
they're
almost
back.
became a little bit of a joke, but not really, because Nickelback was taking all the fall.
Yeah.
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 Nickelback took all the hate,
Oh, yeah.
and so Creed was kind of like, and are they back?
Oh,
This is
Creed
my-
is back. Creed is back.
they are back.
Dudes love Creed.
Yeah.
Dudes that wear cargo shorts specifically love
Just all
Creed.
the boys like Creed.
I mean,
honestly.
yeah, but like the dads,
Yeah, the dads.
it's
actually.
divorced dad rock.
They know
Sure.
like
It's
more
like-
than like One Last Breath and higher.
Yeah, dudes that have goatees and wear cargo shorts, they've been on Creed. They never stopped.
Exactly.
They've been Creed lovers since the dawn of time.
Well, they've been keeping butt rock alive for decades.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Do you know about 6 Feet?
Is that a band?
I'm 6 feet from the edge and I'm thinking.
One
yeah.
Last Breath.
Maybe 6 feet.
Yeah.
That's called One Last Breath?
It's called One
It
Last
should be
Breath.
called 6 Feet.
That's so funny
fuck
because
down.
my brother thought it was called 6 Feet 2.
Yeah.
Jimmy, if you're watching, he thought, yeah,
Me
he
and
was
Jimmy.
like 6 feet, and I was like, oh my gosh, dude.
No.
When does it say One
Obviously.
Last Breath?
But I'm down to one last breath.
Like at the very end.
Hey, that was sick.
It's
by
it's
the
in the
way.
verse.
6 feet from the edge and I'm
Wait.
thinking.
It should maybe be.
6 feet ain't
Yeah.
so far down.
But-
One last breath.
Yeah, exactly. But you know, Scott Stapp was, you know, and if Scott Stapp, you're watching, you know, tell me if I'm wrong. Like he was writing that, and he was like, "Oh, one last breath. That's poetic." So I feel like that.
He
I
was
don't know,
like,
that's just how I see
you
it.
can drink a beer to this title.
Yes. yes.
6 feet, you can't drink beer to that.
He was in Tuscany. He
Yeah.
was just on the beach, and he was just like one last breath,
He was like, you know what?
drinking a beer.
You know what? The beach in Italy needs right now is just a cooler filled with like natural light,
Yeah, natty
Yeah.
natty daddies.
natty
Natty
ice.
daddies.
Yeah.
Shouldn't that song be called Hold Me Now? Isn't that how it starts? Hold me now. Hold me now.
Yeah,
That's what I would title it.
Yeah.
Why don't you
It's
take
in
it up
the-
with them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's in
Give
the
him a
Scott-
call.
verse.
If Scott wants to be on the show, we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Call him up.
Confrontation.
Yeah. I'll call him.
You got this all wrong.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and call him.
Wait, is
Come
it
on.
them or is it not them who does look at this photograph?
That's
Nickelback.
That's
Nickelback.
Nickelback.
Yeah.
Okay, that's Nickelback.
Look at this graph.
Yeah,
Yeah, the classic meme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that is a great one.
Man.
My
But wait,
mom's-
but for real, are they actually like doing stuff again?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
Creed's
they're a
killing
big
it.
deal.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah,
because-
Nickelback too. It's back, baby.
Was
Really?
it you or
Yeah,
Ryan
it's
that
cool.
went to
Nickelback.
see 'em?
It was our manager Ryan that went to Creed in August here in Nashville. And I'll just tell you a quick story. He was there at Creed. It was sick. And apparently one of the songs, Scott was like, all right, whoever I see going the craziest in the crowd is going to win Mark Tremonti's guitar, which is pretty sick.
That's pretty sad.
And so Ryan's sitting like a section back, not in the pit. And there's these tables lining around the pit. Just people, you know, like you can rent the tables out, like you get drinks and stuff. And as soon as they kicked into the song, Ryan says he saw this guy, like this huge dude with like his like wife and like other people's wives and husband, like friends. You know, he said he just saw this dude like literally rip off his shirt, like actually rip off his shirt, flip the table, chug 2 beers, and then like hurdle over the barricade into the pit and just like go crazy. And then he didn't win.
What?
Scott gave it to like this kid, which
I
gotta give it to a
Bull-
kid. I
Gotta give it
guess.
to the kid. Gotta pass on the
That's
legacy.
bullshit.
Lame.
I know, but
It's just
That-
like when you see those clips at baseball games, like they hit a home run,
yeah,
a
exactly.
guy catches it, and everyone like pressures him to give it to the kid.
Yeah,
I'm like, no, he
exactly.
fucking caught it. He should keep it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That
That's what
guy
I'm saying.
ripped his shirt.
Yeah.
He came in with a shirt and left with no shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had to go buy a $75 shirt
Yeah.
on the way out.
Yeah. He's my hero. He's kick ass,
Yes,
dude.
he is what Dave Grohl sang about.
You got to give kids something to aspire to. They need to see somebody go full on and win so that they have something to aspire
That's
to
right.
when they
Exactly.
grow up.
Motivation.
That's right.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
they grow up and they learn that if you're at a Creed concert, you're ripping that tarp off, dude.
Yeah,
Exactly.
You're ripping the tarp off. You're going fucking ham.
All the guys
in the pit.
should have to.
You're chugging as many beers as possible. You're just going.
You're doing
ape
what
shit.
you need to do to
Yeah.
win.
Yeah.
Whatever
Exactly.
it takes.
It's Creed.
Yeah.
It's Creed.
It's ain't Little League
It's not
anymore.
Nickelback.
No,
it's
it's
Creed.
Creed.
Yeah.
It's Creed.
This isn't Three Doors Down.
Yeah.
You know, I went to
We had one of the guys
Yeah, we
from
had a
Three
guy from
Doors
Three Doors
on
Down on the show.
This show
Did
years
you
ago.
actually?
Yeah.
Oh no way, that's sick. Was he? Wait, the singer?
He watches
or-
every
Bass
episode.
player.
Does he
Justin-
actually?
Justin Biltonen.
That's
All right,
He
well,
doesn't.
take it up with me. Take it over.
Yeah,
with me.
super cool dude. I went to a Burt Kreischer show.
Yes,
Nice.
Burt
If you watch
Kreischer's amazing.
comedy.
Yeah, of
And
course.
for like
Kill Tony.
a full 45 minutes before the show, they would. And this was at Bridgestone.
Yeah.
They would just have the camera like point at some random dude in the audience, and every single guy immediately took his shirt off and just started, going ham.
Yeah.
Every single for 45 minutes before the show started.
It's amazing.
They must have declothed like 150
Yeah.
dudes.
Dudes
It was
know what's
crazy.
up.
Well, it's a Burt Kreischer
Yeah.
show. That's
Right,
like
that's
his
what
whole
it's his
thing.
whole thing. It's his bit.
Yeah.
But I couldn't believe it. I told my wife, I was like, if that camera points at me, I ain't doing it. I was like, I'm sitting right here and continue to drink this beer.
Sitting right here, sipping his beer.
I wonder if it would have just taken over you with the camera.
It was just the
All
Burt
that
pressure
pressure.
engulfs me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
feel like the moment would have led you to do it.
Yeah,
the
the cult
peer
of personality, man. Like you're at a Burt Kreischer performance, a comedy show, and you have your shirt on, then you have to, fit in.
That's true.
True.
Yeah.
Now, if there was
Always be a sheep.
one member in your
Sheep.
band to have a cult of personality, who would it be?
Well, probably one of
That's-
us three.
Eric,
Yeah. Only one of us in the room.
Yeah.
Eric, you do feel like the natural cult leader, like of this band.
I'm the funniest.
he's the funny guy.
They
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
believe it. Well, I don't know. We're all pretty funny.
You're the
Jack's
most-
hilarious. When
Yeah.
Jack, it has to be Jack and Ryan. When Jack and Ryan are together, they're unstoppable.
But alone, they
That's
just
true.
suck ass. Or,
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're-
alone it sucks.
Well, they're both funny in their own right, but
it's like
they
it's like
have
math.
they have a weird like bromance thing going on. Like they have energy together. It's weird.
Does-
But they're just hilarious together. They're just super funny.
Oh yeah, just hilarious, so funny. I
Yeah.
laugh all the time at all their jokes. It's really funny.
Jack,
I'm like, yes, ha 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 ha.
when
That's so funny, Jack and Ryan. Can you say it again?
when Jack is
the same joke.
yeah, when,
This is ex-roommate energy. You're like, we
Yeah.
had something, Jack.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is getting weird.
when Jack's
This
not
is why
around
you had to
Ryan,
break up.
He just
Yes,
gets
yes.
so annoying.
What?
When you're not around Ryan, you just get
Let's bring Ryan
super
in.
Annoying.
That's what I'm telling you. Next interview is just me and Ryan.
Yeah, honestly, it would be hilarious. You would
It
have a
be
good
pretty
time.
Funny. It would
You would
funny.
be They just kind of laugh at each other though, so you just have to be willing to laugh at them, and
Not with them.
yeah, you just have to,
Specifically at them.
yeah, you got to laugh at them.
Yeah.
Got it.
Pretty easy.
yeah.
Take that in.
It's
pretty easy
super
stuff.
easy, yeah.
To really
It's
just
those
line it up
two.
for you to knock it down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's good shit.
Now, probably the boringest question I could ask is where you're from, and usually there's like one person, so we get that boring shit out of the way. But I did ask everybody where they're from except for you, and if I don't,
I
I'm a
remembered
little
that.
worried.
It doesn't
yeah,
matter.
I
Yeah.
thought you might.
I'm honestly
like an-
mildly offended.
I thought it might be like an Inigo Montoya. I said that wrong. What is it?
Inigo Montoya?
Indigo Montoya moment. Years from now, you're like, you killed my father. But anyway,
Yeah, I'm probably gonna cry
Where are you
after this.
Where are you from?
He's gonna take it up with you after the show.
Hold on, let me finally. Thank you for asking.
Okay.
You've been waiting for this.
Yeah.
Jordanara.
Okay, I can't ruin this moment. I am from. Okay, thank you. I'm just from outside of Chicago, so Chicago suburbs.
Oh, nice.
Exciting
my wife's
stuff.
from Chicago.
Oh, really?
Chicago.
Chicago, yeah.
Oh yeah.
So he goes to the Walmart. We went to the Jewels.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
What suburb?
Westmont is where I'm from.
I haven't heard of it, but that's just because there's so many fucking Chicago suburbs.
It's crazy.
Well, it is a city.
There
It's
are
a large city.
It's very large. The greater Chicago metropolitan area.
Also known as Chicagoland.
Also known as I am from Chicagoland. I could say that. That sounds cooler than from the Chicago suburbs.
Chicagoland?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
what they
called-
call
Chicagoland's
it?
a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know who else was from Chicagoland? And
I don't like that.
here's a little conspiracy for you. You know who's from Chicagoland?
Huh.
Walt Disney.
really.
Disneyland.
Oh, he went crazy.
Chicagoland.
Can we fact check that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's fact check.
Look it up. He was born just down the street from Ashley, like same neighborhood.
I mean, I guess
No
I had
way.
no opinion
Where's
for
she
where
from?
he was
Really?
from. So
She moved around, but she lived on Kildare Street, which is in. There you go.
Hermosa.
Wow.
She was
It's
at
Hermosa.
something park. It's like now it's a Puerto Rican
Park?
neighborhood.
Humboldt
Humboldt.
Park.
Humboldt
Yeah,
Park.
Humboldt Park. Yeah,
So
I
she
know
used
where
to live
that
in
is.
Humboldt Park,
Yeah.
and then they moved somewhere else nearish by, and then she moved to Gray's Lake for a while, and then she lived in the city for college. But
Nice.
Yeah.
and then her mom's in Elgin now, so
Okay,
whenever I
cool.
go visit, we stay in Elgin, and
Yeah.
we drive all around everywhere all the time because it's
Nice.
That area of the city is cool. Like Humboldt Park, and then there's Ukrainian
me.
Village, and then I've spent a lot of time over there because there's
Excuse
a.
I've been just ripping burps over here.
Oh,
Crazy.
You're
You're gonna be listening to this. It's just over and over again.
Thank you for outing yourself.
Yeah.
So everyone knows now.
Yeah, everybody's got to know.
We all now
Yeah.
have permission to burp, and everyone will think it was
Yeah.
Eric.
I was
Yeah.
thinking about it. Yeah.
Anytime I drink Claws, it just comes out of me
Really?
crazy. Yeah, yeah. The
Well, I feel like-
the carbonation goes nuts, dude.
No, I know it does, but
Yeah.
I'm saying I feel like this deserves a mystery.
Yeah.
button. Which one?
You are terminated.
There you go. There you go, Ryan. Saving the day.
Nice.
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 Hey, that was a good.
I'm kind
Hey,
of a
thanks,
button.
guys.
That was
Thanks.
sick.
That was a solid button. Solid button. Solid buttons all around.
Do you think
Yeah,
Walt
exactly.
Disney is actually frozen?
No.
I hope so.
Yeah, no, I think he is.
Didn't they say
I
he
think
was?
is,
Well,
yeah.
there's been a lot of companies that have actually frozen people and
Yeah.
whatnot, and they usually go bankrupt after
Ra-
about a decade.
Radio Shack is one of them.
So what's he doing?
Yeah.
What's he doing? Like
So-
if they go bankrupt, is he
The,
just
the
like
bodies
chilling?
melt.
So they're
They
just,
just
like,
become
they're
liquid.
fucked?
Yeah.
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 Oh, because they can't afford to keep.
They can't afford to keep 'em
refrigeration,
anymore.
The freezer.
Oh, his
Right.
ass is grass.
They
then.
can't
He's
just
done.
buy. I mean, I feel like.
Wesley,
what?
look up the company. Are they still in service?
There's been a bunch of companies that have done it.
Do
got
we
out
know
of
who
business.
froze him?
Well, how tall was Walt Disney?
I've heard he's frozen and buried underneath the statue right on Main Street.
I thought he was in the Pirates of the Caribbean ride.
Oh, I like that better.
Yeah,
I'm
wouldn't-
changing
if the
my
business-
conspiracy to that.
No, I thought he was.
If the business went bankrupt, don't you think Disney would put the money into preserving him?
I mean, they bought Star Wars, so they
Yeah.
Yeah, they probably could afford that.
They got
Yeah.
him and Han Solo both in carbonite
Yeah,
waiting.
yeah.
Yeah. Walt
Waiting
Disney
for the
laid in
day.
state.
Yeah. I mean, what? Let's just say Walt Disney. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt. Let's say he was 6 feet. A 6-foot freezer wouldn't be that expensive.
No
I feel
I
company.
mean, I feel like it takes more than just like a general freezer.
It says he was
that.
cremated in 1966, but do we
Okay.
really know if that's true?
Yeah.
First
I
of
haven't
all,
seen
I
the
am not,
ashes.
I'm
That's
not
bullshit.
trusting
I wasn't there
Google.
for the cremation.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't trust the Google AI.
I'm
It's
not
bullshit.
trusting Google for this.
It's disappointing.
There he is, right there.
It's from some website called Trust and Will. I don't trust this shit.
Trust and will.
You gotta
This
love
is like
kind
a
of thing.
white mom
Headline is
website.
It's going to be a lot of
A lot of
yeah.
fluff followed
exactly
by no,
all of
he's
this
not.
shit. Right, it's you'd have to go all the way to the bottom to eventually get to it, and then it's going to be like, no. Oh, there you go.
Memorial Park in Glendale.
Yeah, it says they were
Bullshit.
ashes were spread.
Yeah, I don't see any
Bullshit.
proof.
He's
We'll
frozen.
Do you guys, speaking of, like you were talking about drink recipes, and ChatGPT is great at recipes of all kinds, by the way. Used it a bunch. But have you noticed how, like, internet recipes are, like, 4 pages of somebody's, like, experience of food?
I don't care.
For no
Talk about
reason.
any of that, yeah.
For no reason.
You have to go all the way to the bottom to be
terrible.
like, here's what you do.
Just tell me what I need.
Exactly.
Uh,
It's like a Doritos bag. It's mostly air.
Just tell me how many pounds of
Exactly.
chicken I need.
Sucks.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
My wife
Yeah.
gave me a recipe recently to do, and it was like it was basically one of those internet websites, and she had printed it out, so you have to flip through several pages till you get to the thing.
She printed the whole book.
It's a whole like soup on a warm day is so nice. You know, when it's cold outside, I love to eat soup. Like flip, 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 and finally at the end you get to the recipe, and this thing it had 4 steps. I don't remember them, but like
Open
step
the can of soup.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to know. Step 1 of the soup was something like heat up water and gather the things. Step 2 was like grab the coconut oil, put this and this, mix this and that, do then do this. Then you're going to put in the salt and the pepper and the oregano. Then you're going to shuffle that. Then you're going to put that in. You're going to saute and then step 3 was like serve into bowls. And I was like, they just. Step 1 and 3 were completely unnecessary. I could have figured out to put it in bowls. They had no steps for the
Well,
recipe.
if it helps.
One step told you everything.
I don't know if you use this. I don't know if you are avid ChatGPT enjoyers.
Oh, yeah.
You are. You use it for work.
On occasion, yeah.
Yeah.
I use it for work every single day of my life.
Yeah. For texts too.
For texts?
Yeah.
Like
Just
you get
to
your
text-
text censored?
Writing midterm
No,
papers.
just to say like, hey, is this cool to send him one of my
Oh, yeah,
boys?
yeah, yeah.
Like,
Yeah, yeah.
If you're texting one
Yeah.
of your
Is it cool to
homies.
kiss the homies goodnight?
Yeah, it's like, is
Of course
this
it is.
Question
too?
ask,
You
yeah.
know, will my homie get the wrong idea?
Sure.
That's
Which
what
is
I'm-
that
But-
you're not going to tuck him in and
So I
kiss
don't know
him
if you
goodnight.
know.
well,
but you
sometimes I
can-
do want to tuck and kiss my homies. So,
Yeah.
you know,
If you need to, if you got to do it, you got to do
if
it.
you have to do
Yeah.
it,
Sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
that's right.
But you can actually like create they call them GPTs, which is like a separate section of ChatGPT that you can train to do a specific task. And my wife has spent months creating
That's
one
crazy.
that specifically filters those recipes. You can send it a link to a recipe, and it'll give you just the recipe back out.
Oh, that's sick.
So how do you set it?
Wow.
I don't know.
actually
She does it. I haven't touched that stuff. My wife has made like 50 of these things for
That's
like different
nice.
tasks.
Yeah, I haven't
Really
made
crazy.
any. I just use it
My
the
wife's
normal
best
way.
friend is ChatGPT at this point. She doesn't even talk to me anymore. Like,
Yeah.
just the ChatGPT.
That's a good way to use it because it's either gonna. I feel like it's either gonna make us stupider, more. See, I use it. I don't think stupider is even
Yeah,
a word.
more
More,
smart.
Oh, it
stupid.
is.
Exactly. That look at me.
He's using too
I'm
much
stupider
chat.
now. I'm more.
More
it
stupider.
lowers the intelligence of the average human being, or it could make us more intelligent.
It's made me way better at my job, let me tell you.
Yeah, you're definitely more.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
I got a
Air
wild,
traffic controller.
I got
Software
a,
developer.
I got
Yeah.
a wild question that we can edit out.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
it chill if I go take a leak?
of
Yeah.
course.
Okay.
We're not
cool.
even
We're
going to
not
edit that
editing
out.
this
All
out.
right.
Yeah, we're leaving it in.
All right.
It's
sick.
the me and Jonathan
Hey,
segment.
We're just
Are you
swapping
sure
the
you wanna
bathroom
leave?
cam.
if we want to take a mic in there,
Send Ryan in. Send Ryan in the
I
meantime.
wish we had a long enough XLR for that right now.
I'll send a hey.
Yeah, I know, right?
I'll send a picture, dude.
We're gonna cut. We're gonna cut to the tinkle
and
cam.
then put it on the fact checkers.
Yeah.
Did Eric actually piss?
Did I actually piss on the show? The answer is yes. The answer is absolutely. I'm going to drain the lizard.
All right.
Do what
All right,
you gotta
so
do.
You guys have a bromance. So let's get into
Let's
that.
delve.
Let's get into that. Why did you break up?
I'm joking. No, Eric, have fun. We'll see you soon. We broke up because of
Kissing
it's
the
just
homies.
well, kissing the homies was part of it, but you know.
He said he had dry lips. That's fine.
Okay, well, he's making me sound bad, but yeah.
He's picky.
Yeah, that's- no, actually, we lived together 4 years in college, all 4 years, freshman to senior.
hmm
Went through the ringer through like COVID and stuff. And
Yeah.
then
Oh, we lived
got-
in a 1-bedroom apartment in COVID
Oh
with
my
no
gosh.
walls,
no
any-
privacy at
no
all.
privacy at all, and
The
somehow we
bathroom
didn't
was
kill
Bunk
it.
bed?
Pardon?
Bunk bed?
No, there was a king mattress, and
It was nice. That was my bed.
I was like, let's just share it, dude. And he was like, no, I have this like circadian rhythm thing and stuff like that.
Right, yeah,
I'm on
yeah, yeah.
AG1.
Yeah.
Like all this stuff. And
Yeah,
I'm
I'm on
like,
Athletic
This
Greens.
is before ChatGPT, so I couldn't even ask it if I was going insane.
Right.
And so, what we did is we built like a lofted bed. So it was like his king mattress.
So bunk
and-
beds.
Yeah. Just basically, yeah.
Yeah, that is actually.
Because we stayed. It was pre-furnished. We just rented a pre-furnished
we would never
apartment.
use bunk beds.
Yeah.
Let me describe what a bunk bed is.
Yeah.
That's what we did.
Yeah.
Except mine was a California king, and his was a twin.
Mine was a twin.
Wow.
I'm literally like, I'm not even joking.
It was so
supports
sketch.
Jonathan,
were,
that
like,
was
that
like
big.
A dig.
this is a good move.
Yeah, I found the place.
No, it was
so-
a good move.
California
it was a
King
good
in
move.
like a
power
studio.
It was a studio.
Is
yeah, but
crazy.
it was pre-furnished.
It was like a hotel room.
It was like a hotel room, basically.
It actually, well, I'm not joking, but with like a full
and it cost
kitchen.
the same. It cost the same to be in there compared to renting an apartment.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah, it was crazy.
That's so weird.
Yeah,
So
California King though.
yeah, dude, it was sick.
I don't
mean,
know.
well,
I
didn't
mean, it was
know,
a
but-
big ass bed.
That's too
so
much.
It was cozy. So
So that was really cool. And then that was sophomore year, and then junior, senior, we lived in dorms with friends, which is
Yeah.
great. And then
Yeah.
I had to do a victory lap. You know, I had to do an extra semester,
I graduated on time.
and he graduated on time. So we just thought I had to be close to Belmont.
Right. So you
had to be
separated
close.
at that point.
Yeah.
Alright,
So I live with Josh.
Hold on.
What?
I have important news.
What happened?
Oh.
You're not gonna believe who just followed us on Instagram.
Who?
My only homie,
Ace Monroe.
Jake Owen.
Oh.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, Jake
Barefoot-
Owen.
barefoot
Moon
blue
shining
jeans,
bright.
man.
In the mirror. Wait, let's
He's
just
probably
skip to
watching
the
right
chorus.
now,
Let's
that's
just.
why.
Dark, yeah.
Whoa,
we got
oh, we're
you.
never
Never gonna grow up. Whoa. We're never gonna slow down.
You know that song. We were
Sure.
Shine like lighters in the dark.
actually?
In the middle of a rock show.
Yeah, dog.
Dude, Jake
Wait.
Owen's sick. He's a good golfer too.
Yeah. Are you a golfer?
I love golf.
Really?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Are you
No,
good?
No.
No. No, I'm not good.
What's
I'm
your
like
handicap?
20.
That's not bad.
I'm new.
Oh,
at
you're
it.
new.
I'm playing for like 2 years. I really
I
like.
tried to
it's-
check.
They always give me crap. I have like all these
He's
fixations.
obsessed.
Golf's great.
He's
Golf is
obsessed, dude.
amazing.
I played golf 6 days a week for
Oh,
like
shoot.
5 years straight
That's awesome.
or more.
I'm jealous.
I used to be good. I didn't know I was good because I only played with like pros mostly. I worked at a golf course. I mostly played with
Oh,
pros.
where'd you work?
It was in San Diego.
Oh,
not
okay,
here, yeah,
cool.
but it was a first tee program. I don't know if you've seen them. They have first
Oh,
tee out
nice.
here as well.
That's where Torrey Pines is over there.
Yeah. I played Torrey Pines a ton of times.
Have you really?
Oh
That's
yeah,
amazing.
I played it in high school.
Oh,
My high
that's
school
so
team.
sick.
That's the La Jolla Golf Course.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome. I work at a. Shut up, Eric. Let me talk. Let me
already
have my
see.
moment. We're talking about golf.
Dude.
Yeah, Wesley also
Jonathan-
is a freaking great golfer.
Oh, that's sick.
No, I know. I already see what's going on here.
I work at Old Hickory too.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't played since I moved
What's
here.
happening?
We got to work together to get him off this topic.
But
here.
literally,
Yeah.
like all the time now. No, golf's great. We're only talking about golf from
Have
here
you
until
heard
the
of-
end.
Have you heard of Top Golf?
dude, we went last week.
We were there last
Have
week.
you
Never
Number
been.
one golf thing.
Have
It
you
was
ever?
sick. Okay,
I've never been. I've heard it's
fun.
awesome.
It's
Bro,
fun. Half
let's
price
go.
on Tuesdays.
Bring out
Half
my
price.
old Big
I
Bertha
actually-
clubs.
Yeah, I
just-
brought my own clubs and a glove.
Yeah, of course I bring
You're
my
a
own clubs.
douchebag,
I'm not using
dude.
there.
You're a douchebag.
Yeah. Although
Hey, I brought my own clubs.
Have
too.
you ever got rip-roaring drunk and thrown the clubs at the little cart that
I've-
picks up the balls?
I've snapped a couple clubs in my time.
really?
Yeah.
that was a big thing when I was
wait,
in college.
Over the knee.
But
would
like they
just
didn't
throw
snap.
'em.
No, they
Throw 'em.
bend.
Yeah.
If
And
you,
hit
if
the
you do it a
little
couple
cart.
times, they'll break. But
Okay.
I
I'm gonna take 'em.
I had a
Take
bad
it.
group of friends in college. It was fun.
Everyone's getting naked.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Oh wow.
It's that time of the show.
All right, yeah.
Eric.
All right, tarps off. Hey, can we
Tarps
get
off.
Creed going?
It's a Creed, dude. If we can get Creed going, tarps
Yeah.
are coming off.
Yeah,
It's over.
it will happen.
It will happen.
Yeah.
hey
Promise.
man,
Promise.
Oh, man.
if you want to talk about golf, you want to talk about.
Oh
I
my
like
God,
jujitsu
dude.
now. Talk
What-
about
Okay.
jujitsu.
Jiu-jitsu
Bro,
is
So
fun.
you're
It's
saying you go
sick.
through fixations.
I have
Yes.
Okay, I'm kind of the same way. So
Like-
I get it. What have you gone through?
biking. I was really into biking for a summer, and then I did Jack and I we did a triathlon,
That was
which
awesome.
was really fun.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, that was fun.
And
That's
then
no joke.
It was fun.
If you finished it.
we
We
did.
did.
We both
We
did.
did.
Yeah,
that's
it was
that's
great.
Awesome, then.
Oh yeah, let's go, baby. Woo. And then golf, but I think golf will be a fixation
For a while.
for the rest of my life.
That one goes into old age.
Yeah, and jujitsu too. Hopefully, for as long as I can.
I'll tell
I
you
don't
what
know.
he should be obsessed with. He should go through a fixation of playing drums so he gets better. But he hasn't done that yet.
It's hard. That's such a funny thing because I think about that all the time. Is like I love doing all these other things too, but drums has been for all of us. Our instruments you've been doing it your entire life. So like obviously drums has always been a fixation that I've had.
Yeah.
But then I feel like you get to a point. I mean, I've been playing for probably 10 years at this point where
Yeah.
it's so hard because at the beginning of whatever you start, you have all of the progress you make is so fast and you
Right.
see those gains instantly. And then when you've been doing anything for a really long time, then you plateau, and then
It's like super incremental.
yeah, it's so incremental, and it's difficult because then I feel like that's when the discipline really comes into play because you have to keep working and doing all of the little things because all the best drummers or just best musicians, whatever, it's all the people that are the best at what they do. They're so good at they get all the little things right because all the big things are easier to grasp, but then once you get down to the fine details and being able to do it consistently, I think that's what really sets people apart.
Yeah. And it's so much harder to do it too when it's a job. Like
When
This-
you have to.
yeah, this is a job. So like we go on the road and like we'll play every night or however long we're on the road. And then you get home, it's like, man, the last thing I want to do is pick up the bass, Like, I don't want to do that. I want to go home and, eat. First thing, you eat, like, trash on the road. So you want to get a good home-cooked meal that's, like, not fried or, like, a burger or something nasty.
Yeah.
So you, like, go home, you, like, eat, and then you just, like, lay down and sleep for so long. Then you get up and you're still like, I don't want to pick up the bass. But you got to. I mean, you got, like, if you're not continually working, then it's, you get
Yeah.
lazy and you plateau. And I mean, that's with everything. That's with social media and music and everything.
Because then you say, hey, we got this show coming up now. Now it's time to get back into gear because you don't want to suck. You want to you want to come
Yeah.
back because now it's like,
Yeah.
okay, we're going back to these places. I feel like that's the biggest thing is now we've played almost the entire country at this point, more or less. It's a big country, but
Except for the keys.
except for
really.
the keys. But now a lot of these places we're going back to.
Right.
So same people are going to come out. If
Right.
they liked us enough, hopefully,
you gotta be better than you were last time.
Exactly. It's like,
Right.
okay, now I feel it's great. It's great motivation. It's like I want to come back better, and I want to put on a better show, be a better drummer. We want to be a better band than the last time you saw us, because the people that come out spend all their hard-earned money on buying a ticket, buying T-shirts, supporting us, which is amazing. I'm so appreciative that people do that, especially we've played shows on Tuesday night, Wednesday night, weekday nights, cold in the middle of December, November, and we get some good crowds and people they come out and they're really enthusiastic, and we always like to hang out at the merch booth afterwards and talk to everybody, because it's really cool. I think it's hard to comprehend that people actually like what we do. Yeah. It's weird, so it's such a blessing to be able to do that and to see these people. So it's almost like I feel like I have an obligation. I want to come back and be better, because if you suck, then you're like, all right, dog, come on, let's go. You don't want to do that. So it's nice. It's a good it's a good motivator.
Yeah. So you just wait till like 1 week before the show starts.
You just start cramming.
Just golfing up till then.
Yeah. Dude, yeah, they should.
Buckle down.
I should just set up a projector, have a golf simulator up there instead of a drum solo, and just hit shots the whole time.
It's on its way.
Wow, that slice was awesome.
You remember how you were talking about people actually come out and actually want to see the show? Yeah, they wouldn't come for that.
They might.
I think I think they would be a different crowd.
Yeah.
If it was not Jonathan playing. But Jonathan's hitting the balls.
Hey, how can you hit a golf ball, Eric? I don't think you know.
Dude, you have already he roasts me all the time saying that I don't, because I roast him about playing golf constantly. Sure. He roasts me and he's like, "Man, you don't know how to play golf." But tell him about the couple times that I've hit a ball around you.
Actually, though, Eric is the one guy in this band that has the most natural
That's
swing.
right.
That's
That's
go
right.
to Top Golf, he's hitting bombs.
That's right.
We haven't been there yet.
It was in a field in Iowa.
Yeah, a field in Iowa. We played a festival in Iowa, and there was this. I mean, it was this huge field, and there was no one there yet. And I brought a golf club and a golf ball, and I was just working on the short game a little bit. I had nothing else to do, and everyone else tried to hit it. Robbie has the worst golf swing out of anybody. It's just terrible.
It's all torso,
and it's crazy too that he does, because you would think it would be Josh.
But who has the worst swing?
Because Robbie is super competitive. He grew up playing hockey, and
Robbie's got the dog in him though.
Super competitive. And Josh did not grow up playing sport. Maybe little league baseball.
He's a good shooter though.
He is
pistol shooter.
Yeah,
that's
he
true.
is. Yeah,
that is true.
His mom does competitive shooting,
That's dope.
which is super cool. And so Josh is a good shot. But he is not a good shot with a golf club.
No.
And Robbie is somehow worse. Robbie is worse.
And Robbie was a
man.
hockey player. Well, he tries to slap shot it.
Yeah.
And that doesn't really work.
It's bad.
Yeah, exactly.
It's bad, dude.
Yeah, it's not the same game.
No.
Yeah.
Do you think I have an all right swing? I mean, I'm just saying because hockey
good.
background as well.
Yeah, well, a lot of people that have a hockey background can transition to golf.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, but you have to. There's some different fundamentals involved.
Yeah, golf is more about the finesse of it all. It's not about hitting it as hard as you can. That is true.
It's actually about drinking beer and playing golf cart.
It is. I didn't know that because I mostly played when I was under 21, when I was really into golf. Then when I started to pay for it myself, I played a lot less. But also I learned, I can just smoke a cigar and just drink all day, and it's just acceptable.
Yeah. And it's a sport.
It's
too.
And it's a sport, and I just ride around this little car. Because I never rode carts when I was, playing in high school or right after
That's how it should be. That's how our Scottish forefathers would have wanted us to play golf.
I was always walking it.
I run the golf course. I take 3 clubs, and I run. I hit the ball and I run after it.
Nice.
I played around in golf in 50 minutes.
It's absurd.
50 minutes?
I swear to God.
No shot.
I swear to God.
You're literally supposed to be sprinting.
I'm going hard. Dog.
18 holes?
18 holes.
18 holes in
Granted,
under an hour?
Yeah.
Insane.
You don't need a lot of clubs, dog. You just hit
my
it.
gosh, I remember that day.
Yeah, I was playing from the Reds though.
But you're right, you don't need a lot of clubs.
No.
We ran 3 miles, or we ran after that.
Yeah.
And then I was like, hey, do you want to go and run today? And you were like, this is after we were already, broken up and everything, but we still went on a run.
Yeah.
And then it was like, yeah, let's go and run. And after all that running golf.
Yeah, after a little speed
That's
golf.
crazy.
There's a whole thing.
Wild.
Have you seen? His name is Speed Golf Rob, I think. He's like this Scottish dude. He's got this long beard. I think maybe he's Irish or Scottish. He's like, "What are you doing, Marucci? You gotta hit the ball." He's got this crazy accent. He's like, "No, no, 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 no." He's yelling the whole time, and he's in the just this pasture with sheep, and he's wearing these huge rain boots, and he has a golf club, and But this guy's like a legit. Like there's people that can. Speed golf's a thing, and they'll run a 18-hole golf course, play a full round of golf in like 30, 40 minutes or something. It's ridiculous how it's.
I don't even want to do that.
It's crazy. The endurance
I want to
athletes.
take my time. It's like a relaxing game.
Drink beer, ride on the cart.
It's a whole different.
Now that I'm
animal.
older, I'm riding the cart.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Riding the cart every time.
But yeah, it's fun. I like it. I just like running, just
That's
doing
nutty.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah,
Crazy.
no, it's fun.
Crazy. They're lunatics. If you
Yeah,
see
like
me
some
running, you should run.
You
should run.
too.
Yeah.
I say that all the time.
I'm not doing. I'm
I
not.
don't run for nothing.
Yeah, I'll walk. I'll speed walk like nobody's business, dude. I love speed walking.
No,
Dude.
not about that life.
Yeah,
I
dude.
take my
I
time.
can do
I'll
speed
get there when I get
You
there.
got to get the form
It's
in.
all about the hips.
Yeah, you got to
Yeah.
get the form in. Like the middle-aged moms
Yeah,
in
it's not-
Florida. This is your neck of the woods.
I
This is
know.
your
That's
sport.
what I'm saying. It's all about
Just
the
walk around
Yeah.
the mall.
Yeah, yeah. Dude, did y'all have like the one really old substitute teacher at your high school that would walk around the mall?
Yeah, Tobin.
Yeah. Ours was Mr. Parker.
It's-
Mr.
oh, yeah.
Parker was crazy, and then he would do these like he did I don't even know what kind of dancing it was, but it was like this like hillbilly dancing. Like it was like to like bluegrass.
Mm.
And he would do it at pep rallies. And he could like barely walk. Like he was like this super I don't even know if he's still around anymore. But yeah, he was like this super old man, like had to be in his 80s. Nobody really knew. But he would like barely be able to walk and then just go out and like dance this jig like nobody's business. Like crazy.
Sounds like Alabama public
and then
school.
would just walk. Yeah.
This is a very specific.
And
Can't relate.
he would yell at students and stuff and like he was awesome. Mr.
Yeah.
Parker was awesome, dude.
We didn't have
That
that
sounds
guy,
sick.
but we had in high school an old guy, Mr. Sams,
Mm.
who he was my grandma's teacher when she went to high school there. He was my dad's teacher when he went to high school there. And by the time I got there, he was a substitute teacher now.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
He had retired. But if he substituted for your class, he only did one thing, and that was play the movie Remember the Titans. It didn't matter what lesson plan the teacher left. We're watching Remember the Titans. But one time
way.
I had him for Spanish class, and the Spanish teacher knew this. So she was like, I'm going to outsmart him, prepared something for us to watch. And it was like Mexican Sesame Street. We got like
That sounds awesome.
literally like 3 minutes in, he turned it off. He's like, we're not watching that, and put on Remember the Titans.
That's
I've
awesome.
seen that movie like 75
He's like,
times.
You know I taught your
That's
grandmother
awesome.
and your father. And
You know,
every time.
Every
What-
time.
Yeah.
Every
he
time.
should have done. He should have just done the Spanish dub of "Remember the Titans" for Spanish.
No, he's not reading no subtitles.
Nah, he ain't about that life.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how old this man was, but when I was in high school, it's got to be pushing 90
Yeah.
at that point.
His
Like,
eyesight was not for reading subtitles. it was for putting "Remember the Titans" in the VHS.
That's all he had left.
Yeah.
If he had seen it enough times, he would have watched the movie and been like, "Holy shit, I understand Spanish."
Yeah, exactly.
Should have been able to follow along.
Yeah, but no such luck.
Man, I don't feel like I have any good. We didn't have any good substitutes. This is sad.
No.
I had
guys have-
Just
I
come
had
to
one.
Alabama, man. We have like a ton of them. They're crazy. We had a German teacher.
You took German. I forgot.
Yeah, I took
You
German,
did?
but
We did
she
too.
grew up in Germany, in Berlin, in the '60s. Like, so she was
During
like-
the good times.
yeah. So she
Holy
would
crap.
if you went up and like ask her about
East or West?
whichever one was
good
not.
one.
Yeah, the good one.
The good ones.
The
Well, it depends on which way you
I mean,
look
to
at
be
it.
fair, people just got trapped.
The
on
one
side.
where you
It's not
could
their
do
fault.
it was the one where you could do LSD because she did it and she would tell you about it. If you went up and asked her about her living in Germany, she would talk the entire class to like one person.
Did that become
So-
like the trick?
We would take turns
Yeah.
every class without fail. She'd never wised up to it. You like she just loved talking about it. So you like one person would be like, "Oh, it's Eric's day," and you would go up and ask her like, "Hey, like, how was 1969? Just tell me about." And she would, no lie, she would just tell you about the entire year that she spent there in 1969 and like skipping school and doing acid in the park and yeah, like going crazy and like.
How
she
Dr.
was-
Hottis to LSD?
Yeah, and she was so cool, man. So I didn't learn any German. And if she's listening, I'm sorry I didn't learn any German, but you were pretty sick.
That's a great teacher.
So you didn't learn anything, but you figured out how to screw the system.
Yes.
That is the American way.
You learned something.
I did learn something. Yeah, I learned a lot about psychedelic drugs in Germany in the 60s.
And now you're a musician.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
It all goes hand in hand.
It's actually kind of a better
preparing
lesson
you.
for your life.
Yeah,
Yeah, it really fits.
Yeah.
What do you need German for?
Yeah, exactly. Jonathan speaks a little German.
I forgot most of it.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
But yeah,
You took a German
my
class.
German teacher was I had her in college.
Regine Schwartzmeyer.
Yeah, Regina, Frau Dr. Schwarzmeier.
Yeah.
She was.
What?
She's like, oh, just call me Regina. She was such a character. I loved her so
She's
much.
amazing.
She
We
was
would go up
awesome.
because I was in the class with him, and we'd.
So yeah, somehow
We-
Jack and I were in the same German class for some reason.
It was kind of weird, but
yeah.
we'd ask her about like
This is
like
one of those
about
bits I was telling you about.
no, this one's real. This one's real. But like the way we'd be like, hey, do you know like Rammstein?
Oh yeah, Rammstein.
yeah,
Oh,
Rammstein.
yeah.
Du hast.
Ich weiß
Yes,
Rammstein.
du
Du hast.
Oh, du hast, you know, like
Du hast is
she would do
fantastisch.
like the
Yeah,
chant,
yeah.
du hast, and she's like this like 4'2" German
4'2".
woman.
She's like 5'2", dog.
She was very short.
She was short.
4'2" is...
4'2"
No.
is
a
a
child.
She was awesome.
4'8".
She loved. I mean, that woman. She at Belmont. She is the German department. It was just
yeah.
her.
Yeah, she's
Awesome.
Great.
Yeah.
She's
And
amazing.
when I
Wesley,
worked
could
there
you
for 5
fact
years,
check-
I never met one professor. Like,
Yeah.
I stayed in my office, I went home.
Could we fact check the height of Fraulein?
Frau Dr. Schwarzmeier.
Yeah, say it.
Yeah.
Frau Dr. Schwarzmeier.
Hey, if you
Dude.
can get it, that would be
Yeah.
pretty
She's a
sick.
tiny person. I
She
think
probably
said-
4'10".
I don't think that's
If she has a
doable.
Wikipedia page, that is
Dedicated to
doing better than me.
incredible.
Oh no way! No way! They
real?
got her up. They
Oh,
have her up.
No.
Oh,
That's insane.
man.
Regina.
Let's see. Honestly,
Wesley's on it.
wow, you actually found
It's behind your head.
there we go. Regine
Does it-
Schwartzmeyer.
Does it
Regina.
say her height?
Is
it in her
Is it in the bio?
Belmont bio.
wow.
Yeah.
Ooh,
That's
that
a
is harder to
biography.
find.
Yeah, I
but
think
not
does she have
impossible.
a-
4'10", I think, is the legal limit for then you're considered a little person. 4'10".
Yeah.
No, she's not. She's
No.
That's what I'm saying. If it's on, she's 4'8", like that's crazy.
No,
How come
she's like
Belmont
just-
University doesn't require all of their professors to put their height in their bio?
I would. If I was
They
in charge,
should.
I would.
Yeah.
Height
I mean, like
and,
if you're like 6'2", I mean, that's sick. Like,
Wait, you
should
just
be able
said,
to
hold
put
on a
that.
second. You said at the beginning of this podcast that being tall sucks.
It does.
You're a hypocrite.
It does, but also, like,
Put in your bio.
like if you okay, guy talking about another guy, you see another guy and he's like 6'2", you're like, hell yeah, nice,
It
dude.
just contradicts
Yeah.
everything you say.
Nice, dude.
Yeah, it's wishy-washy
I'm
over
not
here.
gonna be that guy. I'm not gonna be you. But like, I'm glad that you're chill with it.
So golf is cool now since you can just go back and forth on what you think.
Yeah,
huh?
no, golf
Yeah,
still
exactly.
sucks. Yeah,
yeah.
I tried.
golf
That's one
is-
thing he's not changing.
Yeah, golf still sucks.
That's right. Some people aren't up to the task.
And did Robbie talk about Guinness being better if you're closer to Ireland?
Oh, you should have talked to him about that.
No, but I've
He did
heard
not,
that
but-
Guinness
Oh, he
in
probably
Ireland is
did.
better.
It's
In
so
Ireland,
John.
okay. He thinks that if you're closer to Ireland, so like from us, like if you go north and east in the United States, it gets better because it's closer to Ireland.
Well, that sounds like bullshit.
It is. It's total bullshit.
no way
But
that's
he,
real.
He believes it and preaches it with his entire chest, and it's like, dude, absolutely.
Like
not.
on tap or in a bottle.
No, he thinks both, right? He
Yeah.
just thinks Guinness. And...
yeah. As
if
you
you
get
order-
closer to Ireland, it gets better.
So you just gotta order a 6-pack from like Maine,
Yeah.
Right.
and then order a 6-pack from like San Diego. Have him taste test it.
It's
prove wrong.
the fucking same, dude.
He
Yeah,
would
so
say
it's
that
like-
Maine is better. I
No, but don't tell him which is
promise.
He
which.
would. He
Blind taste test.
He would.
That's actually
He
a
would
good idea.
absolutely make something up though. He
Some
would-
reason.
yeah,
It's like,
he would make
well,
something-
it's traveled more west, further, so
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
yeah.
converted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Some
so
bullshit.
stupid, dude. It's so stupid.
But you say that, and then, come on, the American version of that is drinking Coors Light in Golden, Colorado. And
That is better.
Come on, when
Okay,
we were there
but
this
the
summer,
taps
it
go-
definitely was better.
The taps go directly into the bars.
yeah,
There, right?
Direct? You mean they
Like they got
pipe
a
it
hose?
from the brewery? There's
I
no way
actually
that's
don't
real.
know about
There's no
that.
way that's real.
In Golden,
I don't know about that.
just in the little
They
town
got
that
like
the
underground
brewery's from.
pipes of beer, like a sewer system,
Yeah,
and they're
exactly.
pumping
the
directly
is that
from
Ninja
not-
the
Turtles are just
Okay,
down there
we went
drinking.
to we went to a restaurant and maybe I was drunk. Maybe I was drunk. I don't know, but I swear the lady said that.
There's
Like,
no way.
Could
Can you look that up?
individual?
If that's real,
could
I'm blown away.
Could I pay for a monthly beer subscription,
Right?
like just like water or
Just
gas
from your
to
tap
have
at
a tap
home?
on your
That
house?
would be so sick, dude.
In the
That's
town of
Wash
Golden?
your dishes and beer.
Yeah, exactly.
That would go nuts.
Laundry, just put your sweaters and it just comes out
Yeah.
like beer colored.
Yeah.
That'd be sick.
Yeah. It
You know,
smells like beer.
If you're in
You
a
just-
waiting room and you want some beer, you just like kind of chew on your shirt.
You get pulled over driving, and the cops like, you smell like a brewery, man. Like I'm taking you in. You're like,
Yeah.
actually, I just washed all my clothes in Coors Banquet.
And then he's like, "Hell yeah, that's so American." I'm letting
he's
you
like,
go.
actually,
true,
yeah,
true,
that's
true,
sick.
true.
You can go like 105 on.
yeah.
If there's
in a
even
school
one
zone.
single place where that's true, I need to go there.
Yeah.
It's got.
There's no way.
It has
Oh.
to be somewhere, right?
to-
Delivers beer directly to homes in Golden through
Yeah,
the
through, like,
Home
the
Taps
camps.
pipeline.
Through the Home Taps
Whoa,
pipeline?
no way.
Told you.
What?
runs.
ya.
Whoa, it's real. The pipeline
was-
has been in place since 1888 and runs alongside the city's
Oh,
water
those pipes have got to be so
Wait,
nasty.
I was
Oh my
not that
gosh.
drunk. I was not that drunk.
Dude,
What?
I'm
I
sorry.
was just making that up as a
cannot
joke.
Believe that that's real.
I mean,
It's
I was
sick,
taking
dude.
what you were saying and then trying to take it to the next level of what I knew was not possible.
It's sick.
into homes.
I want to live there because of it.
I don't even drink Coors, but I will. I'll live there and do it.
Exactly, dude.
The course is coming. Wait, so directly into homes?
Yeah.
I
Directly
feel like we
into
haven't
homes.
used the soundboard
Directly
nearly
into
enough.
Yeah. We need to get on this.
Yeah, Eric, say something.
All right. Fuck.
That was a great
That was good,
timing.
yeah. The end.
One more. We'll see what this teal one does.
Damn it.
Wow.
How could this happen to me?
I made my mistake.
All
Now.
right. All right.
We are.
We're coming up pretty close to our time here.
That sucks.
But
That blows.
Before we
That
do,
sucks.
we do have one question that we ask every
Oh,
guest.
gosh. Okay. Nice.
If you had to choose,
Jaws.
This is really intense.
and you do.
and you do.
Well,
Now, the important thing to note about this question is the answer must not come from here.
oh gosh.
For everybody listening at
All
home,
right.
he's pointing to his head.
It must come.
Oh, okay, good.
From
From
the
you.
heart.
I didn't know
Okay.
where.
I know where you're going with
That
that.
was
Yeah,
good
we
one.
thought we were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We thought it was,
Yeah. All right.
If you had to choose,
And you do.
and you do. Now, what it actually means coming from your heart and not your head is I need an answer quickly.
Okay.
Instantly.
Immediately.
I don't want you to think about it. I want the answer that's already in the depths of your soul. Now, because there's three of you, that means you're going to have to answer at the same time.
Exact same time. And if you all get the same answer,
Instantly.
bonus points.
Yes.
They didn't.
Has never happened before.
Never.
It will today.
Would love that.
Hey. Before we do this,
Come on, let's get one more. Oh, you guys got to
yeah, you got to do.
You
Yeah,
gotta
you
lock
got to do the
in.
chakra.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, keep that camera angle. All right, ready?
All right.
Hold on. Look, all right, ready?
Wow.
Back to our camera.
I was thinking.
Yeah.
It was
Nailed
actually
it.
your guys'.
Oh,
If you
we're
had
back.
to choose,
And you do.
and you do,
From the loins.
what would you say
Yes.
is your favorite kind of turtle?
Snapping.
The big one that Darwin found.
Oh.
The tortoise.
You haven't said
the
shit
big
yet.
guy.
He said tort.
I said tortoise.
Oh,
But
you
you
did?
said tortoise.
No, I said snapping. Is that a turtle?
That is a turtle.
The more you know, baby. Let's go.
I had
So
a-
we got snapping,
Tortoise.
tortoise. No, he said the big one.
the big
Yeah, but
whatever
the-
like the you know,
Right, squire, righteous, squire.
that
Charles
one. Big one is
Caesar
actually the most
Turtle.
original answer we've had all night.
Yeah, Charles Darwin found that big ass turtle.
Galapagos.
Galapagos.
Yeah.
That's what you're looking
The
for.
green
Oh,
one.
Galapagos.
Yeah, that's
Is
what
that
I'm
called a
amphibian.
Galapagos turtle?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, okay. I went to the Natural History Museum when I was in London.
Sure you
Literally
did.
saw that shit.
Sure you did.
Oh,
Don't
so you
remember
have
it.
one leg up on everybody else.
Yeah, and had
Wow,
no
wow, wow,
had
wow.
no idea. So I still failed.
Dang.
We still did get one answer of snapping, though. Write that down. That's the most common answer we get.
That's the first one I thought of. That's why.
And well, Ryan has a theory. Usually, when I ask the question, I point at you guys, but then I usually snap. And he was like, "That's why everybody says snapping. Stop doing that."
Wow.
So we're testing it.
However, all of us right before the question
I've been snapping a
just
lot.
did this.
We did a lot of snapping.
Yes, Wesley says it. There's a lot of snapping leading up. Everybody was doing this thing over and over. Just subconsciously programming you to say snapping.
Which is good.
But we only got one of 3.
Yeah.
So I think it's disproven.
15 minutes ago, you said Ninja Turtle.
I did.
You did. A better answer.
Yeah, we've gotten
The
that
beer
one
sewers.
before. Yeah.
The beer sewers.
Dang, you're right. I should have said like
You could have been like Donatello.
Donatello, Michelangelo.
Right. Well,
Ninja
not
Turtle
Michelangelo. That's the wrong
living.
answer.
I had an idea like while you were in the restroom, but I didn't take it because I thought it might ruin everything. But I was like, while he was gone, what if we told you guys the question in advance? Told you what, or maybe didn't even say the question, just told them what to answer so that they like locked in and they just were like,
yes.
Donatello, like mind meld.
I probably would have said
And then this
snapping.
motherfucker's like,
incredible.
snapping.
You would
It's
have
a
felt
very
really dumb.
Interesting experiment, you know?
Super
Whether or
left
not we're Pavlovian conditioned to say snapping turtle based off of the amount of snaps per podcast.
Yeah.
That's
Which there
true.
were
I feel-
more this episode than maybe any other episode.
You could
By
definitely
far.
be priming us for this moment, you know?
Yeah, no, you primed you.
We primed us.
with your-
Yeah.
We're big snappers.
True. That's what they say about
We
you.
are.
Yeah. Big
Yeah.
snappers.
Yeah, we definitely.
Now, before we do get out of here, though, where can all the people find you?
Oh,
Everywhere?
Like actually everywhere.
Yeah, what's your address, social security number?
Yeah, so social security number is 334-772-2107.
It's
Good to
not
know.
even the correct amount of numbers.
Yeah,
That
it's
is
not-
actually.
I think you were one number short.
Yeah.
actually.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
it's close
I'll
enough.
post it at
Yeah.
the end. At the end
Throw
of
it
title
up.
card.
Throw it
here.
up on your story. Yeah. Just let
But you
everybody know.
guys can find us on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok,
Deezer.
Deezer, PictoChat, all that stuff.
Treble. We didn't know
Treble.
Treble was a thing
MySpace?
until the
Treble?
other day.
Just look
We
up.
do not have a MySpace.
Live journal?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. You could look us up on ChatGPT. We might come up on
Yeah, just look up
But-
Ace Monroe.
everything.
If you find one specific guy, that's not it.
That's not the right one.
Yeah, exactly. That.
Although
yes,
he's cool,
yes,
so you
good
can
call back.
follow him too. He's cool.
Yeah, also follow that guy.
Yes,
Yeah, he's
Ace
sick.
Monroe is an amazing guy. So yeah, you guys can find us in all of our socials at Ace Monroe Band. That is the handle. So Ace Monroe Band. Check us out. We got a new album coming out April 25th.
Yep, and we'll be
ChatGPT has a
playing
lot of information about you.
Really? What
A
does it
lot.
say?
A lot.
Oh,
Like
wow.
Paragraphs. There's
Does
a
it
photo
know
Does it
my-
say
there?
where I usually drop in Fortnite?
Does it know my street address?
Robbie
Is it first?
Dillon, Josh
Tilted.
Alfano,
Yeah,
Jack Kaiser,
Yep.
Jonathan Tatools,
oh, close.
How's it?
Tattooless.
Tattooless,
Tatoolis.
He's Greek. just
Eric
by the way.
McIntyre.
Yeah, let's go. It's the best. Save the best for last.
And draws from legendary acts like Aerosmith, the Rolling Stones, and Led Zeppelin.
Oh,
Led Zeppelin, who I've
Led
brought up
Zepp-
multiple times, and nobody bid on that shit.
Yeah, I like it.
ChatGPT puts it in your top three.
Well, I would
so-
talk about it, but Eric was like, "Oh, Beatles."
Yeah, I went to Europe.
Oh yeah, Ryan didn't even show his Beatles tattoo this segment.
Oh, that's sick.
That's sick.
Wow,
That's sick.
that is cool.
I got that for Eric.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's-
yeah. Is that where you
before
left
the
the
show.
room?
What's up? Yeah.
And I got this for Ryan Pope.
Yeah,
Shout out Ryan.
Our wonderful man.
that was about to ask.
But anyways, guys, as always, thanks for coming to hang out. You guys are awesome, and we'll see y'all next time.
Black cat, tattoos, red hair.